Boom. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. This is another Saturday Night Tech Talk. Tonight, guys, I got one of the most awesomest tech panels on the planet of 2018. Ain't that something? I always do this every time I do this. I always got myself, I'm hearing myself in the background, but I had to pause myself for a second. But I got the most awesomest tech group on the planet in 2017. Yes. So we're going to do some formal introductions here as everybody's starting to get their notification that's coming through here. What's up with you? I see everybody coming in the building fast. Yes, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. If as y'all know that I try to be hyped. We'll say, let's get the party started. All right, so let's go to do a formal introduction of my live panel. We got Mr. Catwoman in the building. What's up with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cecil Betty, a.k.a. Mr. Catwoman. Yep. Just so happened I miss Catwoman's husband, representing Tech Valor. You can catch me on Facebook at Tech Valor, at the Tech Valor group there, or you can even catch me at techvalor.net.
That's what I'm talking about.
Much everywhere.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Man, welcome to the show. A lot of people always see your wife, but they always say, where is Mr. Catwoman? So there it is. For everybody in the building, there it is, right? Next up, I got my man Sean Be Nice in the building. What's up with you, Sean?
Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Sean Be Nice. On a panel with Easy and some other great reviewers, man. Got some heat rock coming up to talk about y'all, man. And I am excited to be here again. It's always a pleasure, you know what I'm saying, discussing tech talk with so many fine people. So let's get it going.
Yes. And again, check it out, guys. All right, so check this out. My man Sean Be Nice got 969 subscribers. We want to get him on 1,000 subscribers tonight. So we're going to push for that tonight. So let's go on and do that tonight, guys. Let's get Sean Be Nice up to 1,000 subscribers so we don't be in this with this YouTube apocalypse, which we going to talk about it. He got that heat rock going on. He's a very good YouTuber, and he got a lot of stuff happening. So check him out on Sean Be Nice on YouTube. That's what I'm talking about, man. You almost at the breaking point of success, man. When I grow up, I want to be just like you, man. That's what I'm talking
about. Catch up to you, Easy, man. Get like you.
Yes. All right. So next up, we got Painfully Honest Truth, my man in the building, the tech guy of 2018. Let everybody know. See, you knew, so let everybody know who you are. Uh-oh, we got some technical difficulty there. We can you can hear us, but we can't hear you. We got some audio issues there. But check out his YouTube channel right here. Painfully Honest Tech. Actually, I watch his channel a lot. He be in like a dark room, and he be giving it ideas, man. And I like the honest tech review that he does. He got some audio problems right now, so I'm giving him his props. Let's see. YouTube owes you nothing, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit about the ad apocalypse. He rocking with 33,000 subscribers right now, rolling right here. So check him out. Painfully Honest Tech on YouTube. Yes. All right. As he get his audio together, we can go on to my man, Magic Tech Review. What's up with you, man?
Hey, brother. Hey, thank you for having me on the show, man. I know I'm new to you guys, so you know, obviously I do tech reviews. You know, Cricket, Boost, Metro PCS. I've worked at those places as well. I've unboxed the phones from over there, and I do it all for my mute autistic son. That's where the revenue goes from my channel. So that's how I got started, man. That's why I got started.
Yeah, I tell you, man, MTR, when I first started watching YouTube channel, man, you know, I tell you, you know, you put out a lot of content, and boy, you was a small YouTube channel when I first started watching, but boy, you done grown big time. You up there with the elites, 13,000 subs, rolling right now, man. So he do it all for a good cause, guys. So check him out. Most everybody here that comes on these panels, they already know who you are because we all watch you. I know I do. But check him out. Magic Tech Review on YouTube. All right. Next up, Ace.
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
What's up, Ace?
Oh, nothing much. I'm happy to be here. This is great. I love this I love your channel. I love this live stream. It's a lot of fun. You're the one that introduced me to this whole live streaming concept. I don't feel like I have a very good camera present, but I do my best. I feel more comfortable talking in front of a crowd, but when you put a camera in front of me, I almost fall to pieces, but it's all good, man. I'm making it happen. My YouTube channel is Ace Lucero. I'm right there. And let's get this started, man. Let's come out swinging. Let's come out punching. Let's win.
Hey, you know what's so funny, Ace? Like the last 2 days, man, you've been dropping like back-to-back videos. I'm getting notifications like Ace just dropped another video. Ace just dropped another video.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's what happens when I get fired up, you know, because when I got the email the other night about this YouTube thing, I'll admit it, I got a little aggravated because I like being called a YouTube partner. See, I have like 5,980 watch hours, blah, blah, or 5,980 hours of watch time. So I'm good. I meet the criteria there, but I only have like 448 subscribers.
Yeah.
And that's probably some of my fault right there, because when I first started my channel, I was kind of like radicalized. I was telling people not to subscribe, and I was being kind of crazy, but you know, I that's another story, man.
Yeah. So Painfully Honest Tech. Let's see if we got this audio together.
You guys got me back now? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. You're good to go.
All right then. Cool.
Yeah. So that's it. You want to do a formal introduction on yourself?
I don't know. My name's Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. Painfully Honest Tech is the channel. You can check it out at Painfully Honest Tech on YouTube. You just start typing painfully. I think it comes up. So.
Yep, and I tell you what, I watch your channel, man, and I like the reviews you do, and that's one of the things that we go discuss here. It's about YouTube, right? I mean, we all content creators, except Mr. Catwoman, but
I'm more of a producer. Just to let you know, I'm more.
And you know, we as content creators, we all have this style. We all have what we wanted. We all want to be successful. We want that 1 million subscribers. We want all that stuff, right? But we work hard for it, right? And all of a sudden, I remember this, man. Like in 2015, you know, when I first started my YouTube channel, man, I was crawling. I mean, I'm putting out good content, and I'm just getting 5 views, 6 views, 10 views. Man, it sucked, man. And one of the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to bring something different to the platform. And so as I progressed and learned my way, I learned everything the hard way doing this. I mean, I reached out to bigger YouTubers. They all gave me the finger, and you know, to try to get my kind of boost up my SEO a little bit, try to get me out there a little bit. And it just didn't work. But now in 2018, we started seeing something going on with YouTube. And you know, with that, as far as the ad apocalypse, everybody was getting demonetized and all this stuff like that. And then now in 2018, a phenomenon happened. Smaller YouTubers have started receiving emails from YouTube saying that if you don't have 1,000 subscribers and 44,000 hours of watch time, you no longer be qualified to be in the partner program, right? And so a lot of smaller YouTubers is upset about that, right? And, you know, I mean, they got pros and cons about all of this stuff, right? And I want to get all y'all guys kind of threshold on what y'all think about this ad double apocalypse. Are you for it, or do you? I mean, what's the deal? What y'all thoughts about this? And I'm gonna give you my thought real quick before I get into y'all guys' thoughts. Listen, I have 3 YouTube channels. I'm gonna tell you kind of controversial here. I have 3 YouTube channels. I got 2 YouTube channels that's on the network. I have 1 YouTube channel that's on AdSense, right? My YouTube channel AdSense received the email. Now it's my cake channel. I got over 1,000 subscribers, and I got over 4,000 hours of watch time, and I still got the email. My second YouTube channel that's on the network did not get an email. I got about 500 subscribers and about 2,000 hours of watch time, and I didn't get an email from that one. And I didn't get an email from this channel. So go figure at this point. But I want to get y'all guys' thoughts on this. Sean, what you think?
So honestly, man, like kind of how I said in my video, stop bitching. You know what I mean? Like for the smaller YouTubers out there, I think this should have been kind of like lighting a fire under us. Like, all right, you know, if YouTube is doing this, they got to be doing it for a reason. And I'm pretty sure this is in response to the Logan Paul situation, right? But I mean, I'm not mad about it. Honestly, I'm not. To me, this is kind of like, all right, you got 30 days to grind harder than you ever have now. So, you know what I'm saying? Either shit or get off the pot. That's how I look at it.
Cool. Yeah, well, I know painful honest tech, you don't have that problem, but what I seen that you did make a video about it, and what's your thoughts about it?
Well, I mean, my video was basically like I've done a lot of different stuff in my life. I was a musician, almost got record deals and did that kind of thing, and you know, I've written novels and stuff. Nobody ever pays you for those things until you get to the place where they say, "Okay, now we pay you." You know, so it's like 10 years worth of grinding just to hope to get something. And I get it though, when you take something away that's been there, it's really a drag, and you change the rules on people. But I've showed the graphic of how long it took me to earn any kind of money on YouTube. Yeah. And it's like, I opened up a YouTube account in like 2006. I earned my first 65 cents in like 2016.
Yeah.
So, you know, I wasn't doing it seriously until about 2014, 2013, but it just took me a long time to sort of grind away. I mean, I had probably 250 videos on here and had been doing it for a long time before I really started getting paid. And even just right now, when I went from 2000 at the beginning of 2017, I had 2,000 plus subs. And then the iPhone 10 came out, and I just, you know, I caught a wave, and I got a bunch of people coming in, and now I gained 30,000 subscribers between January of then and January now.
Yeah.
So
and that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the point that I was, you know, we all making is that we do realize that obviously YouTube is a business. And you think about, like, for me in 2015 and 2016, I didn't make pennies on the dollar. The only reason why I made a few little dollars here and there, because since I was on the network, and this, so y'all go, the way the network works, it's good and bad. It's a lot more bad than good, but it's good and bad. Even if you made $20 or $30, the networks pay you. But AdSense, you have to wait till your threshold. So I was invited to a network way back in 2015, and I started realizing that the networks was taking a boatload of my money also. So that's good and bad, you know. But at the time when I was making $40 or $30, I was getting that money like clockwork. But so that's the only good thing. I mean, as far as waiting for AdSense and stuff like that. All right, so Magic Tech, what's your thoughts about the ad apocalypse, sir?
Man, well, I've had a lot of YouTube friends, you know, going on and stuff like that, and it really, really sucks for them because, you know, they've been grinding and they've been doing their thing. Maybe not as hard as they should have. You know, there's a lot of people that kind of follow me and that started along with me, and now they're, you know, under this thing that they're not going to be monetized anymore. I mean, I guess it, you know, they got to face the facts, and they got to, you know, put their, you know, foot to the pedal. Now, I've been doing, you know, 3 videos a day pretty much for almost 2-3 years now. So, but yeah, it just, I think it's all due to this Logan Paul thing or whatever, or most of it. I'm not going to say all of it, but yeah, man, if you ain't doing at least 1 video a day or 1 video every other day, man, I don't know what you're doing, because that's what they want right now.
You know what's so funny? It ain't funny. After I posted a video I did yesterday, some people been hitting me up on social media saying, "Well, Easy, could you, you know, help me with this by looking at my channel?" So I reviewed a few people's channels in the last 24 hours, and what I'm finding in people's channels, and you're right, Magic Tech, right? It's no posting. One person posts a video once a month. I've seen somebody post a video maybe once a week, and then they post a video in like last year. And I think about it, it's about the consistency, right? You know, because I mean, think about it, the short span of people is short. If you don't post a video, then all of a sudden people forget about you, right?
I mean, some people just want to perfect it, bro. Like they instead of just putting content out there, you know what I'm saying? Not every video is going to do thousands of views, you know what I'm saying, per video. So, you know what I'm saying? Just put a couple out there and keep it moving. If one does well, it does well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There'll be another one coming after.
Right. And that's the thing. All right. So, Ace, I see you getting ready.
Well, the other night it was weird when I got the email because I just got done dropping like 3 videos. I'm always talking about something Google related, so I got done dropping some videos, and all of a sudden I get an email notification from Inbox, the actual Google Inbox, and I open it and it's it was the message about the YouTube Partner Program, and I was like, man, But I thought, wait a minute, I should be safe. Let me check. But I knew I didn't have the 1,000 subscribers, but I knew I had the watch time. And, I've been making $100 a month doing this, and that's not a lot of money. And this isn't my career. I got my main career that I do. And this is something I do on the side because, like, my dream was always to have my own, like, radio show. So, but here I am on YouTube. But anyway, so I did. I got a little aggravated. I was like, man, because I like calling myself a YouTube partner. And and the reason I started making YouTube videos in the first place was I wanted to give people a voice. The thing that pushed me over the edge with actually making YouTube videos was when the cops shot that dude in the back like 7 times. And I was like, man, I need to get some people a voice. I'm not going to be quiet no more. I'm going to get real about it. And I started preaching freedom and liberty. I started preaching people, that stand up for your rights and all that stuff. But on the other note, I also love tech, man. I'm all about that tech, and that's like my second passion, I guess. Maybe it's tied. I like freedom and liberty concepts, and I love tech. I'm right there with that. So I started doing tech reviews, and the one thing that I did, and I made a video about this, is I see a lot of people out there. They've turned into choir boys and girls, right? Everyone's trying to be like their favorite YouTuber, which is kind of cool. I mean, you gotta idolize somebody, but when everyone's kind of being like everybody else and everyone's behaving themselves, I'm talking about tech reviewers, not the Logan Pauls, all them other people, but you got these people behaving themselves and just kind of doing what everybody else does, and I'm sorry, people, you got to let it all hang out. And then I'm not trying to go too long here, but then I seen some videos where all these people were, I want to call it crying. I apologize. They weren't just venting. They were actually crying about, man, YouTube just killed my dreams. I'm like, look, your dream was not to have 1,000 subscribers. Your dream was to have 1 million subscribers. I didn't come on here to have 500 subscribers. I want 1 million subscribers. I'll be honest. I know it's hard. I'm going to be realistic. It might not ever happen, but I don't care. I'm going to go after it anyway. I'm not going to stop. If I won the lottery, I'd be making YouTube videos all day long. It don't matter to me. Nothing's going to stop me.
Yep, and that's the whole thing. That is the point and the purpose. Just like you was talking about, people was making these videos. I've seen a lot of people like the smaller YouTubers just begging, please subscribe. And the thing about it, is that the right thing though? I mean, think about it. You put out your content, you put out good videos, you try to build up your SEOs, you market yourself, you do what you got to do, right? And boom, the people would come. I heard the same thing. I mean, it is like that, right? I mean, people will come if you do your due diligence. And this is why I bring this platform on, because even though y'all guys come on here, right? And y'all, we talk good and we talk this, people still got to go to your channels. People still got to look at your work. And at the end of the day, if they like your work, they go subscribe and they go be a subscriber to your channel. One of the problems that I see is people do this sub for sub stuff. Sub for sub does not work, folks. Yeah, you could get high subscribers, but your watch time is going to be low. See, sub for sub doesn't work. I always used to tell people this all the time, because yeah, you go get 10,000 subscribers, but you're not getting no watch time because you got all ghost subscribers. So that hurts, believe it or not. Yeah, at the end of the day. So, but I think YouTube is looking at it like this. You got a lot of people that start YouTube channel that steal people videos. Oh my God, a lot of my videos been stolen. So they start YouTube channels with 0 subs, and they post people videos, and you look at the views, you be like, oh my God, I don't even have that many views. And they got tens of thousands of views on a video that they stole from you, and they monetizing it because you see ads, and so, but I think at the end of the day, I think this is another phase that YouTube is going to, whether or not it's it's a good phase or a bad phase. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking is going to happen too after February 20th, and I may be wrong on this. After February 20th, once YouTubers do get that threshold, I wonder how hard it is to become a partner at that point, right? Because I mean, once you get your 4,000 views, hours, and you're over your 1,000 subscriber threshold, how hard would it be to become a partner? That's going to be the next task. I don't know what y'all guys think.
Actually, you know what? I actually kind of think, man, this YouTube partner thing, I think is like a slippery slope. And what I mean by that is, what's to say next year they won't be like, all right, you gotta have 10,000 hours of watch time and 50,000 subs. You know what I mean? So I think the real issue is really, and you kind of touched on the last time in your stream, is that YouTube is the only platform that you kind of really can, I guess, take off. I mean, you got other places like Twitch or like Vimeo and stuff like that, but YouTube is like really the only place where you kind of, I guess, share your light in a sense when in regards to tech anyways, not the other stuff, but like tech. And I think YouTube kind of like knows that, but if they keep changing it every time we get closer to the finish line, I mean, I think that's the main problem. YouTube is like the only platform to go to.
Yeah. Well, and I think what happened with YouTube, and I think about this history of YouTube, right? YouTube wanted to be the main platform, right? So what they did was they begging YouTubers to come on there, throw videos on their YouTube channel so they can be the #1 source of entertainment or videos, right? And so YouTube has accomplished that. By the way, they have accomplished that. Everybody know YouTube. Everybody watch YouTube. Everybody go to YouTube for their source of entertainment, political news, whatever, pranks, and tech, and even car. Listen, you could build a car off of YouTube, right? I mean, they got car videos on how to build a car. I mean, they got everything. And look, I came across this Tide Pod challenge. That was I see millions of views for that crap, right? These idiots just eating these pods. So they got YouTube channels that's for everything out there. And I think for us techies, one of the biggest thing in the tech industry is saturated. It's all saturated. We got everybody is a techie. Everybody's a tech reviewer. Everybody got go do a video of the iPhone 10. Everybody, look, this is the iPhone 10. It's this, that, the other, boom, that's it. I mean, unboxing. How many unboxings have we seen of devices? I've seen. It's so funny when tech come out. Let's say the Galaxy S9 come out. We're gonna see 1,000 unboxings, 1,000 unboxings, and they're all the same. I think that's what's going on in the tech world. I mean, how many unboxings do I want to see? And I think what happens is once you're bigger YouTubers that's going to get the phone, that's already got the phone, by the way, is going to unbox it, on the keynote address. By the time we get the phone 3 weeks later to 1 month later or later, nobody won't see no unboxing of the phone. I mean, they didn't saw it already. So I think us techies is behind the 8 ball when it comes down to tech reviews, right? So, I mean, what y'all thoughts about that? I think about this stuff. I'm like, that's why I don't even do unboxings anymore. Like for phones, I don't even do a phone unboxing.
I'm totally with you on that. Like,
I don't even do phone unboxings.
Yeah, because like you said, like you know, MKBHD and all like these other people, they have it way early, so there's really no point. You know what I mean? So I think like smaller channels, I think we got to kind of, I guess, think of a way to strategize. And it's like, all right, if I already know they're gonna have an unboxing now 3 weeks prior, I need to do a video that I know they haven't done yet. You know what I mean? To kind of, I guess, have that one step up. You know what I mean? So it's no point for unboxing if you're a smaller YouTuber. I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah. What y'all guys thoughts? I mean, about videos.
I mean,
I got a little bit of inside sources usually on the Cricket wireless. You know what I'm saying? I got people that work there. I work at the store, whatever. So, sometimes I can get unboxings out early. If I can't get it out early, then I've diversified as well. I do more vlogging, more lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just a tech. I'm not just a tech channel. You know what I'm saying? People come from my personality. You know what I'm saying? For Little John, my son. Updates on that. So I think it's not. I don't just sit there, point the camera at the phone and just go. Oh, it's 2 gigabytes. Oh, it's 16 gigabytes of RAM. You know what I'm saying? They come for me personally. You know what I'm saying? So if you're just doing the same old the same old point at the phone and just talk about the specs, I don't think that's really going to cut it anymore. You got to have a little bit of flavor, a little bit of fun, you know. So that's how I get along.
Yep. What you think about it?
I mean, I'll be honest. I did like 2 unboxings of the iPhone 10 on launch day. It's like I got one in the morning and I got one in the mail like later in the day. But the thing is, like, I think Magic's right on. You got to do something that people are going to want to see that's different than what they see every place else.
Yeah.
You know, and the only way that you learn what that is for you might be is if you do something, if you do it and you just keep trying it and keep trying different things, and eventually you get more comfortable on camera, you learn more about what you're trying to do, and then you have your own style. But everybody who wants to do, like, you know, MKBHD and Jonathan Morrison and Austin Evans, all those guys, they're using $50,000 cameras.
Yeah.
And you know, they're making all kinds of money. You can't compete with that. So what can you do different than them?
Right. And that's the point. Like, it's so weird that we see these after, obviously, when all the big tubers drop their videos, right? They drop their unboxings, their first impressions. And we already 3 weeks or a month in the hole. So by the time we get the phone, this is why I stopped doing unboxings, by the way. Because when I get the phone, this unboxing thing is start with something else, or maybe come up with some creativity. What I'm finding on YouTube and it is that we're not seeing a lot of originality. And so that's why you start to see a lot of people that don't have the originality doesn't get the views or the subs. Because, I mean, anybody can have an overhead camera and open up a box. Anybody can read the specs. So I think, like what Magic Tech Review was saying, what a lot of us say, we have to have the personality. You got to have something in place that will drive the people to your channel. Yeah. You know, so because unboxings, I mean, just be honest. I mean, about time the Galaxy S9, which is hyped right now, the Galaxy S9 will get unboxed 1,000 times before I even get the phone. So why even waste the? Listen, I like to do different camera angles. Listen, I put a lot of time in these videos, man. It just don't make no sense to put in 20 hours of man hours to do an unboxing.
Yeah.
You know, now if I had a unique color, or if it was broke, or if it was something, if it was green on the top and blue at the bottom, or the screen was something different, then I could see me doing an unboxing, right? But you know, I don't see it as far as unboxings. This is my opinion. But I know the reviews, everybody have their different flavor review. Listen, look, painful is tech, right? I'm screwing you all up. I like your reviews because you bring something different to the table. You bring a different flavor to the table. And that's why I like watching your channel. You know, Ace, when you do your reviews, you bring something different. And that's the point. You have to have a difference in a different flavor. You know what I'm saying? For people to say, I got to go watch this guy because I know his review is going to be totally informational, totally different, totally this, totally that. And that's where your people come in at. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. But, I mean, we got a lot of tech reviewers. Woo! Well, a lot of so-called tech reviewers. I mean, I see a lot of people, you know, that, you know, I don't know. What y'all think? I ain't calling them
gonna fall off now to the monetization, bro. A lot of them gonna quit the game, man.
But you know what?
Slim pickings.
Now I got something to say.
Yes, sir.
Piggyback on what y'all talking about. It honestly seems that YouTube has had this plan since the beginning of YouTube.
Oh yeah.
They basically rode the backs of small content creators to become big. Now that they are big, they're getting ready to go into that next phase. Let's get rid of the small guys because we don't need them anymore and stick to our big guys. But the next phase after that, I can honestly see those big guys getting weeded out to about 10% left. And then all you're left with is just this giant communications giant now that's going to be rivaling like NBC and ABC. That's what it looks like YouTube is trying to go towards right now. Because if you look at several years ago on YouTube, Mortal Kombat X or something like that. There was a little like 15-minute little clip about that. I thought it was an actual preview for the actual movie, But in actuality, it was just a director who loved the movie so much and was trying to promote his version of the movie. You see what I mean? It looks like YouTube is looking for people like that now so that they could get to that next level. But at the same time, they're not realizing that they're probably squashing the little people like all of us here who are trying to become a big person, who can bring good content and bring their own little niche, you know, like every one of you guys.
Yeah, I agree with you.
On my end, I mean, I kind of think like that's a good point. YouTube. I remember when I first got a YouTube channel back in 2006, just because I wanted to be on there and watch people and see what. Yeah, it was crazy back then. Though Diet Coke and Mentos, all this other stuff. Like it was just a lot of goofiness in a lot of ways. But I could see like, you know, this is an opportunity for anybody to get themselves on TV, quote unquote, and do whatever they want. And I think that YouTube's success has kind of come back and sort of bitten it in the ass in the sense that now everybody's coming. You know, they see in a tech space, they see that people are making millions of dollars and buying Teslas and all this other stuff. You know, with the gaming channels and all that other stuff, they see all kinds of people being really like the new rock stars. And so they're like, I want some of that. You know, I'm, 19, 16, 15 years old, whatever. Everybody starts there, but nobody. So I lived in New York City for 11 years, and that's where I did the music thing. And I tell you what, I played some of the shittiest gigs to nobody.
Yeah.
For years. And eventually I got to the point where I was playing in the good places with good folks and people were showing up, but it took 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that YouTube, as long as they still allow people to grow, because I think Mr. Catwoman has a good point. Like if YouTube starts to really, really bear down and constrict on people and only promote what they want to promote, then YouTube is going to become something that it never was before, that I don't think they want to be. That's, I don't think YouTube, I think they want this to be a community space where people who might never get a chance to have their voice heard, have their voice heard. But
I agree with you on that a lot. I mean, I think another issue is too, I think if you coming on YouTube looking for instant fame, then you're not going to be successful, period. You know what I mean? Like if you coming on and think you're going to post, 10, 15 videos and hoping one of them go viral, then you shit out of luck in the first place. You know what I mean? Like if you, like I know for me personally, I came on specifically because I got tired of seeing people like MKBHD, Austin Evans, and Jonathan Morris. Like I feel like if I watch one of their videos, I watched them all. I feel like it wasn't, differentiating itself from the next video. So like that was my thing. I'm like, I want to come on to give an average consumer like some shit they actually want to hear about, what they actually care about. So if if I don't get 1 million subs, it's not a big deal to me because the now 170 people I got rocking with me, if they respect me enough and care about my opinion, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Like I think it's just the way you look at it. But if you coming on YouTube thinking like I'm about to just hit instant fame, then you shouldn't have popped on in the first place.
Right. I don't know about you, man, but I'm about to fall asleep tonight. I'm about to wake up to 1 million subscribers tomorrow. I mean, who don't wake up and check the analytics though? Who don't wake up?
I check the analytics every day, all day.
I'm the worst about it. I checked it right before this thing started. I'm like,
yeah, I check them, but I mean, shit. Let's be real. I'm not lit. I know for a fact I'm not just gonna just wake up like, damn, I got 1 million. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'll be nice. But shit, if the 970 people I got rock on me now, you know what I'm saying? If they rock with me, that's all I care about. You know what I'm saying? If I can help one person make a decision to buy something, I'm cool with that for the day. You feel me? Like it is what it is.
Yeah, I check my analytics like it's dope. I check it all day, man. I'm on my analytics all day. Look, I go to my analytics, look at real time. I'm looking at that wavy, woo! I'm at 500 views an hour. Yes. Then it dropped down to 490. Let me go there and walk it myself. See, when I start dropping down to like 400 views, I got to get, when I'm at the 600 views an hour, 700 views an hour, I'm like, all right, I'm rocking and rolling. But as soon as I start dipping down to like 500 views, and like, I start getting scared because I like to have 700 views an hour, you know, and I like to be 700. Then when I get to like 1,000, I'm like, yeah, I'm rolling now. But yeah, I get scared, man. You know, I check my analytics like it's crack, man.
Yeah, it's like, for me, I think you got to have that space where it's good to know what your channel's doing and everything about that, so you can sort of learn how your channel works and how to react to people and get your videos in the best places and learn what's good and what's not. But then you can totally get your head twisted around those analytics and just be like, oh, you know, and you miss, and then you start to lose like the focus that you need to have on what you're trying to do.
Yeah, to me, I look at my analytics more of a Kickstarter. Like, okay, because I make videos every day, so I'm always doing another project. So when I look at my analytics, it's a drive for me because it's like I sit up there and say, okay, what's my next video? What I'm going to do? How am I going to do it? Do I need to kind of change it a little bit? Then I start looking at my poorest videos. My poorest videos are some of the ones I've worked like 4 days on, and I think about some of the things. I watch my own videos constantly so I can see where I made that mistake at. What did I do on this video that I could have done better? Did I say something, or I didn't say something to make this video better? So I critique myself in my videos to try to make my videos better. You know, that's what I kind of use my analytics for. To me, my analytics is a report card of how I'm doing. That's why I always encourage analytics, because not saying that you're doing bad. I'm just saying that if you see, you know, of course, at certain parts, you got your dry spell and it goes up and down in your peak times, right? Sometimes you got to know when to drop a video, you know, when not to drop a video. You got to know your times. You got to know your peak times. You got to know, it's like fast food. You know, you got lunch, dinner. And that, to me, that's how I look at analytics. All right.
Yeah, I think on that.
Would you drop a video when you already doing 600 views an hour, or would you drop a video if you're doing 500 views an hour? See, those are the type of things that I'll be looking at, because the first 24 hours you peak real quick when you drop a video. So I look at all these different aspects when I drop videos. You know, and you got to play around with it. Like right now, I got like 7 videos that's unlisted, so I'm good to go. You know. But yeah, I mean, I think about when to drop a video, when not to drop a video, you know, and I kind of daisy around the videos that should I drop this video or should I drop that video? Because I try to keep a minimum of 10 videos unlisted.
I think EC, like for you, it may be different, right? So for you kind of already been like a big time YouTuber. I think your analytics is a little bit more, I guess you could say, on the accurate side, right? But for me, I got sleeper hit videos, right? Like I like low key, like I would drop a video. I'm like, I don't know if this video gonna do numbers, but I think it's important. I'm gonna drop it and see what happens. And that video be a sleeper hit and get like 13,000. You feel me? And then I may do another video. I'm like, oh, this gonna be the one right here, and it's only gonna get like 200 views. So like for me, I don't really have, like, my analytics ain't at that point yet where I can look at the time like, oh yeah, I know at 4 o'clock today if I drop this video, you know what I'm saying, I won't be good. I ain't at that point yet. I'm working to get to it, but I ain't.
You know what?
Yet.
That's good. You know why we telling you this? Because now you kind of have the awareness on when to watch your analytics. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I look at it like we as YouTubers, that we could teach each other. Like, we are the community. We are the smaller YouTubers. We are the community to help each other. Like, you think about it, you know, even though you might not focus too much on your analytics too much, some people do focus on the analytics. I think, to me, analytics is a drive. To me, it's like, and I call it crack, but and I do understand that you don't want to get your head so wrapped around and frustrated about it, because you can't get frustrated about it. I mean, think about it. You drop a video and you get 10 views on it, and god damn it, it's the best video you ever post.
Man, I'd have been there.
Easy.
I'd have been at some. I've been in tears. Like, hey man, like, what's up? I'm playing. Dog, I had a video. I'm putting like 14 hours of editing to, bro. And I'm like, are you serious?
That's why you gotta mix it up, man. I do you know, I do those evergreen videos, you know what I'm saying, tutorials, how-tos, and all that other stuff. Yeah. That I know ain't gonna be like a hit right away, but they're gonna be viewed all year round. Then I do the reviews, the unboxings, you know, how to master reset a phone, how to do this, so in the meantime, you know what I'm saying, those are in the background. I got 1,700 videos. People don't really realize that So I'm actually getting like about 15,000 views a day on my channel as a whole. You know, so the newest videos might not be doing whatever, but I got those as like kind of like a backbone.
Yeah.
So when the days aren't hot, you know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to do is start building up your library of, you know, backlog of videos. So,
and that's what
you know,
I try to
if
do,
you want to
Joe.
take a couple days break, fine.
Yeah,
I just don't take that break.
That's what I try to do, Joe. Like I normally post like maybe 3 to 4 videos a week, right? And I usually have like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like Android messaging versus Samsung message. I know that video is gonna be always searched because Samsung messages ain't going nowhere. Like I got videos like that can kind of like serve my backbone, but shit, it still pisses me off, bro. When I do 14 hours of one video editing, they get like 2,000. I do 15 minutes on edit on another one, I get 30,000 views. I'm like, what happened with this?
There's a lot of people that just do trending
man.
topics, man. If you're just doing trending topics, you know what I'm saying? That them videos they're gonna do hot maybe for, you know, a couple days, maybe a week, and then after that it's done. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta
you're right.
Have them, you know, backups.
I know that I watch a lot of the Roberto Blakes and Tim Schmoyers and Daryl Eves and those guys because, you know, a lot of times you hear the same stuff over and over again, but sometimes something sticks in my head. And Roberto Blake was talking about the idea of having hub, help, and hero videos. So the hero videos are the ones that take off and get you, you know, all kinds of views or whatever. But then you've got your tutorial stuff that's like help stuff, and then hub stuff that's maybe just the stuff that you do in between that's related to what you do, you know? Yeah. And that's the thing, like, because when my channel took off, it was all on the basis of one thing. It was like all iPhone 10, and there was and that kept going for several weeks. But then around Christmas time, or somewhere in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, like everything started to drop off. Yeah. And I knew it was going to drop off because it was not going to go that crazy that long. But then I was starting to think, like, what do I do now? Like, what's wrong with what am I not doing that I could be doing? You know, to kind of keep people's attention.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. I mean, for you think about it like this, and on my channel, I got over 1,000 videos. Well, I got 3 YouTube channels, so I'm all over the place. But when you get those viral videos, right, and you get all these tons of subscribers because they love that one video. But man, the thing about it is, okay, so how could I get them to watch that next video and that next video? That's the hardest part about this, because you might get 10,000 subscribers off of one video, but would they watch the next video? Would they watch the next video?
Man, that's some real shit.
That's the
right there. Yeah.
Oh, I hate for that to happen, bro. Have a video with like 2 million views, and then just poof, and you know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at that one video stupid. Like, damn, I didn't say subscribe. I didn't say go watch any other video. I didn't say nothing.
Bro, when I posted a Note 8 versus a Samsung display versus the Apple display, and that video, man, that's my best video right now. It took off. The moment I seen the trajectory of that video, I threw so many goddamn end screens on there, bro. And that shit, like, it got like 3 of my other videos like 13 to 15,000 views. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta now. That's the only time I was watching my analytics. I'm like, God damn, let me go ahead and capitalize off of this. I'm eating right now.
Yeah. But here's the hurting part. Here's the hurting part. If you under 1,000 subscribers, even if you got the watch time, this is gonna hurt the smaller YouTubers. Because think about it, you get 1 million views, but you got 500 subscribers.
Right.
This is the stuff that I think a lot of YouTubers is pissed about, right? Okay, you might have gotten a couple of checks because you've got hits, but people don't hit that subscribe button. So you might just not hit 1,000 subscribers, but you got 1 million views, and people just didn't subscribe.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but at the same token, I think YouTube was trying to take away those one-hit wonders. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen a couple of tech channels that had like 1 million views on something, but they ain't got that many subscribers, and the rest of their videos is like they post, like you said, like maybe once a month or something like that. So I feel like, because even right now, to me, I low-key got pissed the first time I read the email, because I'm like, damn, I got over 8,000 viewing hours on my channel, but I ain't got enough subscribers. Y'all still gonna cut me off? I'm like, that's cool though. I'm gonna get those subs, not a big deal. But I'm not mad at YouTube for trying to get rid of the one hit wonders. I'm not like, I get what you're saying, but I feel like they gotta be filtered out.
But let me ask you this question. Just say hypothetical. I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Okay.
Just say you got 900 subscribers. You got 14 million views. You've made maybe a couple of $1,000s off your AdSense, but you're under 1,000 subscribers. All of a sudden, next month you get cut off. Think about that.
Yeah, but you like, for example, when I got the email, I was like around 9 something, and I got over 200,000 views on my channel. Like, if I know I got this much time, then it's time for me to start campaigning. If you really care about something and you don't want to let it fall to the wayside, then it's time to grind. You know what I mean? Like, I just start grinding crazy.
So let me ask somebody that's not a YouTuber, Mr. Catwoman. Just say if you have 500 subscribers, you got a couple of viral videos, and you making on your AdSense maybe about $2,000 a month, and all of a sudden next month you don't make that $2,000 anymore. AdSense has been cut off because you don't have a subscriber base. Would you be upset about that?
Oh man, I'd be totally upset, extremely upset. Because to see the hard work that you guys put into all your videos, and if I was to put that hard work and 10 times over that just to get cut off because of minor technicality, I'd be upset. I might even throw in a lawsuit to even say like, hey, you guys need to rethink what you're trying to do or something or another, like make it either 1,000 subs or 1 million views, like what can it be?
Well, the thing about it, the reason why I say that is because, like, for instance, I got almost 17,000 subscribers, but I got millions of views. So that's the point. I think about it like that. I got millions of views with 17,000 subscribers. People just don't hit the subscribe button. I'm not saying that people don't like my channel. I'm just saying that I think sometimes people just don't hit the subscribe button. You say please subscribe, or sometimes I think there's people watch your video, they just move on to the next one, and so you get the views. I mean, yeah, you get the views, but sometimes you just don't get the subscribers. I mean, it's hard, man. I didn't know how hard it was to get subscribers until I started doing YouTube. I'm like, yeah, I can throw a video out there, 10,000 subscribers, 10,000 views, no problem, right? Yeah, right.
Right.
Hey, easy. You ever check like AdSense and stuff like that? And you know how you got like total views on your YouTube video? It'll say like 3 million, but then you check AdSense and you're actually like 6 or 7 or 8 million because your video is viewed all over the internet. People don't know that. People don't realize that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
it's not just YouTube, bro. We're everywhere.
Right, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people post like links all over the place. You'll see links everywhere. Like with me, when I post a video, my links automatically go to all my social media, Twitter, Facebook, and I put it on everything. Right. Then you hashtag everybody. But hashtag Samsung, hashtag this, hashtag that, hashtag that. I mean, I'm hashtag all over the damn place. Just click the video.
you ever seen them Chinese websites, bro, and them Indian websites, crazy looking things, and they got your video up there?
Yeah.
You ever search yourself on the internet?
Yeah, I know. I do that all the time. I say, God damn,
that's
my
wild,
links
that's
everywhere.
wild.
Yeah, it's all over the place. I think here's the whole thing about YouTube, guys. It's actually not a hidden secret. The YouTube game is like this. It's all about marketing. Period. Yeah. It's about marketing. I mean, you can post a video, but the SEOs are so bad. You'll be on page 22 on YouTube. The average consumer is not going past page 3. So if you're on page 22, they'll never see your video.
Now that's
even
what they
if
need
you
to
got. Right. Even if you got a clickbait thumbnail, if you're on page 22, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I do recommend clickbait thumbnails. I don't care what nobody said. Clickbait thumbnails.
I can tell you something. I can tell you something else that happened to me when I first started doing this, and I noticed something, and it bothered me. So when I first started doing this YouTube, I was pretty diversified, and I was making videos. I was doing gun videos as well, gun reviews. I was shooting my gun, and I noticed that YouTube started comparing me to like Alex Jones and Infowars. I was like, what the hell is this? I'm not even nothing close to that. So one thing that we are leaving out of the equation with YouTube is corporations in general. They've become the morality police, and they're determining what's right and wrong for us to say. They got all this political correctness going on, and you know, if you say the one wrong thing, you're done. You're toast. You know, that's why I don't make. I mean, what I did, and I noticed something. I did an experiment. I went and I took all my gun videos off, and guess what happened? All of a sudden, I'm making $100 a month. You know, so I'll be honest. I started tap dancing for Google, and you know, I was $100 a month. You know, and I'm like, wow, look at that. I just thought it was very coincidental that my page went from being compared to Alex Jones. Now when you look to see what it's compared as, it has Techno Buffalo and all these other YouTubers. But I guarantee you, if I make a video about a gun, they're going to, you know, it'll go right back. It'll go right back to, you know, the way it was. You know, if I go and tell you guys need to get the Smith & Wesson M&P because it's a reliable gun. You guys need to get an AR-15 because, hey, we're Americans. We do what the hell we want. If I start doing that kind of crap, done. They'll cut me off, and that's a fact.
Yeah. First of all, I like your piece of hardware, sir. Nice weapons. We got a new person just came on here. It's a 10-minute review. What's up with you? Welcome to the show.
What's going on? Sorry, guys, I'm late.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, welcome to the show.
I'm here in Biloxi, and they had a 2-day cheer competition, so I had to drop them off and get them settled. So
it's all good. Well, welcome to the show. We just talking about a lot of different things about demonetization and YouTube and everything, and we just having some fun.
Yeah, first thing I saw was that big shiny piece of ammunition that man pulled out. I'm like, am I right?
Hey, y'all better stop dropping super chats, man. This ain't getting monetized.
It's loaded, okay? And there's no such thing as an unloaded gun.
That's
straight up.
That's right. Right.
This is loaded too. Straight up. Loaded. You know what I'm saying? YouTube don't like that because they want us all to be slaves. That ain't happening here.
And you know what, bro? I'm with you on that age. You know what I'm saying? Because like the point of me starting YouTube was to honestly, like, I work for a corporation now. I work for like a Fortune 200 company, whatever, and and I got to tap dance to them already at work. I'd be damned if a platform that I created, I'm gonna tap dance for that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so anything I do on my YouTube, like I censor myself a little bit. I know it's something like I got kids that watch my videos, so I don't really be letting like too many curse words fly out. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I do what I want. You know what I'm saying? And how I want to do it. So if you want guns in your videos, though, put that in there because I never will watch that. I'm a fan of that. So
let me ask y'all a question, all y'all YouTubers. Let me ask y'all a question. If y'all do that type of stuff, and you know, we in the tech world, we want this free product. You think that people will see y'all review devices when you, when you being so hard and stuff like that? Because that's the question that I get asked a lot because they say, well, easy, because I'm getting review units now, right? I'm getting review units in. But back then, when I was all easy, right? They didn't even want to touch my channel, but now, you know, doing a little professional thing, still being real about it. See, you could be real about a phone. You could be real about it anything. You could do it in a way, you know, you don't have to say, you know, F this phone, I hate this phone, this, that, and the other. You could talk about a phone in a critical way and still get review units. So this kind of word of advice, because I'm starting to get them, all right? And I ain't never got them before. So now I'm starting to get it. It's because the way I changed the professionalism of the channel. If I talk about a phone, if I talk about critical issues about a phone, I talk about it in a more professional way instead of saying, you know what, this phone sucks, don't buy it, never buy it, just take the review unit and send it back to them. Guess what? They'll never send it back to you. And that's the whole thing. Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, all of us get emails with this old crappy cases and all that stuff like that. I mean, yeah, we get those emails. You know, everybody wants you to review your cases and all that stuff like that. But I'm talking about the real stuff, the real good stuff, the high-end stuff, you know. But I mean, yeah, they look at the numbers and everything. But at the end of the day, I think the professionalism it goes a long way, because at the end of the day, if you're gonna be critical about a phone, if you're gonna be critical about it, there's always ways to say it. You say, well, yeah, 60 frames per second, focus at issues and stuff like that. You say, well, you know what, this phone sucks. Don't use it. Just throw it in the river and stuff like that. A lot of people would look at that and say, well, I don't know, because if he found a problem, he might just cancel out Christmas. I don't know. What y'all guys' thoughts about that? Because that's the way I kind of look at it now. I approach it differently.
So, and there's nothing wrong with being professional, but the problem is when you got to be politically correct. Say you're on here just being a man, or you're on here saying whatever needs to be said, whether you're reviewing tech or anything else. Because I think, look, YouTube was, and this is a fact, YouTube was created on expression. So basically, YouTube was created by activists. So whenever, the police are out there shooting people, or whenever there's some racist stuff going on, we need to bring it up. Oh, and that's another thing. All my Colin Kaepernick videos, demonetized. I wonder why Google, supposedly Google is the what's it called, the morality police. Supposedly Google is like a safe place to work, right? Let me make a video about Colin Kaepernick and they throw me out the window. But if I make a video like tap dancing, like, oh, this phone is so nice, I love it, and I'm dry humping the phone, they'll monetize me. But the second I get real, the second I say, hey, we need to be holding the cops accountable, we need to be holding politicians accountable, that gets demonetized. And that pisses me off.
Yeah, I think you should make a second channel though, bro, for that. Like if you're a tech channel, you're a tech channel.
I'm not going to, man. I don't care. I got a career. I make good money with my career. And my career is something I love and I'm passionate about. So if I'll make a second channel when Google bans me, then I'll go and make another channel. But I'm not going to stop.
No, I'm with you on that, Ace. I feel like the point of you starting a YouTube channel, right, was to do what you wanted to do on your channel. I mean, not to be put in a box like, yeah, you may review tech, but if you like guns, I mean, in a sense, gun is some type of technology, in a sense of it. So, I feel you're not 100%, dude. You do what you want.
Because a lot of the times when I make my tech videos, what I was doing is, and I wasn't doing it on purpose. I didn't even realize it was a big deal. But I was using my gun magazines to prop up my phone. So, you know what I'm saying? Instead of using one of these, I can use one of these, but I didn't know it was a big deal. And so people started saying, oh my God, I can see that, the magazine with a bullet in it. And I'm like, well, what's the big deal? Then I was like, oh my God, anyway, whatever.
Man, you got the cat videos, man.
Yeah, if people coming for your tech videos, and you talking about Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, and all this stuff, they're like, what? Imagine Marcus Brownlee talking about something, you know what I'm saying?
I'd actually like to see that.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. I want to be myself, and I understand what you're saying. And you know what? I'll either get 1 million subs or I'll get 0 subs. I'm fine with that because I got a good career.
You brought up a good point from that because I just started, and I mainly just started because honestly, I watched a lot of you guys, and for me, Easy's one of the dudes that, like, after I watched quite a few of your videos, I said, you know what, I think I want to do this. And for me, my wife was like, you got so much of it around the house, why not start? Because I was already writing reviews for other people, so I thought, well, let me just do it myself. But the thing is, I just changed even my moniker, for my channel, anyways, 10-minute tech reviews and more, because eventually I want to add more stuff to the channel. And yeah, I'm gonna start with tech, but it's like right now the stuff that I'm getting, I just got lucky enough just starting. I only got like, I don't know, maybe 50 subs, but I got T-Mobile that's actually going to provide me review unit. It's great, but I want to be able to, like honest with the stuff that I review and then other stuff that I put out there, but I'm not even close to where I can even get on the level of monetization. I'm even worried about that when it finally comes out. So it's almost like, I don't want to lie about a phone. I got so many, but I know the ones that ain't great are great. I know the ones I like and I don't like, from mid-rangers to small, just your budget phones. But I want to be real about the phones. I want to be like, this phone is honestly truly garbage. Don't go out and buy it. Or it would fit somebody. But for me, I just feel like maybe a phone fits everybody. So I'm trying to make sure I attack it from that standpoint to say, this phone may be good for somebody. It ain't good for me.
I feel what you're saying, E, as far as the political correctness is concerned, and that's why on my videos, most of the time, I never tell somebody like, don't buy a phone, because my preference, what I like is not going to be what you like. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't like an LG phone, I'm not going to say, don't buy this LG phone. I'm going to say like, nah, that's not for me. I'm not rocking with it, but I'm going to give you options and what the phone has so you can make that decision for yourself. My thing is, I'm not going to tell you what phone to buy. I'm just going to give you my experience and what I went through, and if it helps you purchase whatever phone you want, then I did my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
Yeah, for me, like when I started my channel, I just called it the JTL because that was like a nickname that a bunch of friends had for me at the time. And then once I started doing this more seriously, I kind of realized like nobody's going to click on a tech channel that's like, you know, the JTL. They don't know what the hell that is. So I went, but I'd been using Painfully Honest in some of my other videos. So I thought, well, man, I'd call it Painfully Honest Tech and see what happens. And immediately, like people were like coming to the channel because it just had tech in it. And I get so much crap from if I say something good about an Android phone, I get crap. If I say something good about an iPhone, I get crap. But the thing is, oh man, everybody's like, you know, Painfully Honest fanboy, blah 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 in the comments. But the thing is, I got my first review unit phone from a Chinese company recently. I got a OnePlus 5T.
Oh Lord!
But there's like not too many people are reaching out to me saying, "Hey, you want to try our phones?" I mean, I think that's something that I've got to work on myself. I got to start trying to make the inroads to companies, and again with this monetization thing, you got to find ways to diversify. Like Ace, I think Alex Jones doesn't need to be monetized on YouTube because somebody else is paying him. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's being sponsored. He's got revenue streams outside of YouTube. So that gives him the freedom to say what he wants, and YouTube gives him the platform.
Right.
And so that's the trick. It's like, how do you get enough revenue coming from enough different places that suddenly it starts to balance out? And these are the things that I kind of had to weigh the risk. Like, am I gonna say what I think about these phones and just sort of let the chips fly wherever they're going to go? Or am I going to try and be somebody that everybody will like? And honestly, like, I don't know. I'm too old to try and get everybody to like me.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Facts,
that's
bro. I
true.
feel you on that.
I have a ZTE sending me phones. Alcatel sent me phones, whatever. CoolPad sent me phones. As soon as I started talking about something about a ZTE update, where's the updates at? Bro, ZTE was like, yo, dry spells, man. They even sent me to New York and everything to go look at the Axon M. Like, I don't know, man.
You said something bad about them. They say, they cut your shit. That's crazy, though.
And they paid me for one of them too, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And they took like 6 months, bro, to you know what I'm saying. And I was asking for my money, and all of a sudden now they like, oh, you know, this guy, you know what I'm saying, like what?
Yeah. Yeah.
And another thing that I have been doing, I told you all earlier that my dream is to be on the radio. Every chance I get, I'm on a different radio show in my local area. And one show that I'm on is Guns Loving Radio, and out of Perup, Nevada. But his name is Lucasana, and he has me on his show. And I got to say stuff and all that, but you know, I don't like just to be cornered doing one thing. I talk about everything, and I think that's what I think. Look, like we were talking about earlier, YouTube and Google in general, you know, YouTube's growing, you know, they got a certain thing that they're going for, and in a way it's like getting squeezed out. But yeah, look, I'm doing this for the party, guys. I love getting off work. I'll do a few chores around the house, and then I get my little tripod, and I'll make some videos. I'll talk about whatever, man. I'll teach people how to use Google Keep. I'll ask people how come they're not using Google services. Or I'll do stuff like that, you know. I love setting up my tripod in my truck and driving around talking about stuff. That's one of my favorite things to do, you know. It's like a motor vlog. I love doing that, you know. So at the end of the day, that's what I'm going to do, man. And I want, you know, one of the things that one of the lights that got turned on whenever I got that email the other night is I need to be myself, you know. I mean, I can sit here and try to be like the next, I could try to be like Erica Griffin all day long. Whatever, man. You know, I could be like, hey, how does she do it? Hi, everybody. The way she says that was. Do you guys remember when she made the video when she threw the phone off the building? I was like, you know, I'm not going to go that damn far, but yeah, man. This is Al Lucero, the technology nerd. I'm not a technology nerd, man. I just keep it real. You know, what the heck? What can you do? You know, but the end of the day, though, I mean, and if you listen to your favorite YouTuber too much, you're going to become that favorite YouTuber. Because sometimes I say stuff that Floss Carter says all the time, and I don't mean to do it. You know, like right now, I got this on deck right now. This stupid thing that I hate more than anything in the world. This is the worst thing in the world, by the way, guys.
That damn dog.
Damn.
This is the stupidest thing that's ever been invented. I hate it. I want to do like one of those ISIS execution videos where I take this out to the desert and pow, it's done. You know, I'll be cutting its head off with a knife. I mean, I'm done with it, man. Yeah. Anyway,
that's what I'm talking about. Look, anytime we got Ace in the building, woo! That's what I'm talking about. Demonetized.
Send them super chats, boys and girls.
That's it. Yeah, send a super chat. Look, check this out, right? Let's go and get into some tech news. Sure. So I know we've been pounding hard on YouTube and everything. And so Galaxy X, this foldable display. Now ZTE tried it with the butterfly phone, right? The butterfly phone with the X on M. Mm-hmm. Now Samsung showed off this device at CES. Some people got a peep to look at it. What y'all guys think about this this new Samsung Galaxy S supposed to, you know, that's gonna hit you for about $2,000 coming out this year?
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna buy it. Well, I'm probably gonna, you know, I want to get the views, so I'm probably gonna get it somehow. But it's like an experiment, right?
Yeah, it's a beta. It's like the iPhone 10.
Yeah.
Which they got lucky with. I mean, if they do it like how LG gonna do it, like I don't know if y'all seen the patent for how LG gonna have it where like the phone gonna turn into like a tablet type, you know what I'm saying? Like if they do it like that, I'm interested. You know what I mean? But if they just have it like that Exxon M trash, nah, fam. It's not enough Samsung fanboy in me enough in the world to go buy that shit. Nah.
We seen this like a couple of years ago. I mean, they showed prototypes already with the foldable display. It's nothing like the Nintendo DS or the Exxon M. It's nothing like that.
I'm an early adopter to a lot of stuff, but that's not going to be one out. No.
No, here's the problem, guys. They can come out with a phone that, you know what they're going to be doing? They're going to put a Snickers in here. They're going to put a Milky Way in the box. No. What they need to do, I talked about this already. They need to focus on the technology and quit trying to trick us with bullcrap. I don't want a phone that bends. If I wanted a phone that bended, I would get a flip phone from Miami Vice or from 1997. No. They need to improve battery technology. Screw this lithium-ion crap. Tesla... Or if you go on these scientific websites, they're working on the technology right now. But that's what they need to focus on. I don't want a phone that bends. I don't want a phone that vibrates. And I mean, they all vibrate, but I don't want a phone that's used as a back scratcher. I mean, come on. Give us something that's going to work. Because I'm curious, what's going to be the next form factor of these phones? Because let's face it, how much can you do with this shape, with this form factor? What's going to be the next form factor? I mean... That's what I'm wondering about. I mean, it needs to do something because right now it's kind of it plateaued. What's next?
Actually, Ace, I think you kind of stepped on it a little bit with 1997. I don't know if you guys ever watched this show by Gene Roddenberry called Earth Final Conflict. Has anyone heard of it?
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And the new thing that they had going on was debit cards, and debit cards was new back in 1997. Anyways, but they had a phone that literally folded up into like a battery pack or something like that, and it will unfold and you see the screen, and it'll have a camera and everything like that. I think they should do something like that for the Galaxy X if they're going to do anything, and that will be a wow factor. This whole entire butterfly folding or slightly bending and stuff like that, that's not a wow factor. But that phone from Earth Final Conflict, if I could find it, I'll post it probably in the chat later on. After to show you guys, because that phone would be amazing right now. I personally think because it could be a camera, it could be a walkie-talkie, it could be everything that a phone is doing now, but just a little bit more and compact.
So you think that like the Samsung Galaxy X, again, I keep on talking about price because if the Galaxy Note 9 going to be over $1,000, we already know that the Galaxy SX is going to be $12 up until close to $2,000. So Is this going to replace a tablet? I mean, are we looking at a tablet, phone, throw it in your pocket, open it up, maybe pull out a stylus, maybe?
I mean, that's the interesting thing, because like the Note 8 and all the big phablet phones kind of killed the tablet anyway,
right?
You know, so now it's like, but today I just went out and I got one of these guys, iPhone SE,
iPhone SE,
and you can buy an iPhone SE brand new for $350 from a carrier, or $150 if you want to go to a prepaid.
Right.
And I think that's the video that I made. The last video that I made about iPhone 10 after 2 months was that I sold the iPhone 10, and I bought like an older iPhone that had a headphone jack that, and still works great. That's the thing. It's like you make technology better. 2 years down the road, it's still going to work pretty well.
Right.
So they've got to bring something other than, portrait mode. I don't give a shit about portrait mode, You
know what? I talked about this. I made a video about this. I say, well, I talked about the Galaxy S6, and I talked about the iPhone 6. I made a video about it. Both of them running, like the Galaxy S6 is running Android 7.1, 7.0. And the iPhone 6 is running iOS 11.2.2. And I'm making a video about it, and I'm going through all the OS, and it's running fast, it's running perfect. The cameras are pretty decent. And I'm saying to myself, okay, so what's the difference between this phone and a 2018 phone? A lot of people say, well, easy,
$400.
Yeah, easy, you crazy. You talk about because people need to spend the money on new hardware. I say, I don't know. I think people get this all wrong about these new phones. Like in 2018, I projected this, and I say this on a lot of my live streams. I believe in 2018, mid-tier is going to take over. The $1,000 phone is done. We did it for 2 years. We did it in 2016. We did it in 2017. The $1,000 phone is done. Look at Ace.
Look,
the $1,000 phone is over, man.
Oh, I'm a prepaid YouTuber, man. I don't mess with them flagships, man. So I'm not even. That's not even on my radar, man.
Yeah, the $1,000
if it's 200 and below, that's about it for me. My wife would kill me if I showed up with $1,000 phone to this house.
That's another thing that I'm going to focus on this year. I'm going to consider focusing on the mid-range. I'm going to, I know I've made fun of a lot of people in the bargain basement. I've made fun of the coupon clippers. But I think what I need to start doing is I need to make some videos for people on a budget, because like the other day I went and bought a Moto E from Verizon, but man, and this isn't good for the Moto E. It was one of those Moto E prepaid phones, and it didn't connect to the Wi-Fi. But maybe it was something I was doing. I don't know. I took it back. But what I'll do during, I think for 2018, is I want to hit the mid-range. I want to review some of those, and we'll see where it goes from there.
I think you're right. I think you're right about the mid-range phones, man. Because I get people on my Instagram inbox all the time saying, "Hey, have you reviewed this phone?" It's usually like a mid-tier type of phone. So I think as tech YouTubers, man, if we're gonna keep it real, people, I think we probably need to start opening up.
Well, I look at it like this: this phone here costs $250,
mm-hmm.
and this is almost part of my rotation. This phone is $250. Dual cameras, awesome fluidity as far as not only that, but this phone is awesome, man. This phone is beautiful too. This gorgeous device for $250. Think about this. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, a phone that looked like this would be $1,000, right? But now we got phones like this that cost $250. Right, and not only that, but it runs smooth like butter. People always looking at specs. Oh, it's easy. It don't have the 821. Oh, it don't have the 835. I don't want it. Why? It still open up apps. It still got a pretty decent camera.
And you bring up an interesting point. One of the most frustrating things about what you just said right there is the way they dropped support for the Nexus 6. The Nexus 6 was an amazing phone. The 805 processor is an amazing processor, but they dropped support for it. I know they want us to buy other phones. It's such bull crap. And this $1,000 phone phase that we all went through, it needs to stop. And hopefully Motos keep stepping up the way they do, and they drop something really interesting. What is it? What are we on now? The Moto G6.
Yeah, Moto G6.
Hopefully
right
the
now.
Moto G6, the Moto E6, and hopefully the Moto X line gets a little better. You know, hopefully they step that up. And hopefully, I think Lenovo, Moto, they're the ones that need to come up this year. And that needs to happen.
Yeah.
So one thing that I noticed is that, like, so Motorola isn't, like the Force phones aren't competing with like the flagships. You know, it's a cool idea, but nobody's going to buy all the extra stuff, et cetera, et cetera. But Moto sees where their bread is buttered. They know that they can get into that, those different levels of budget market and still sell a bunch of phones. So they focus on it, and I've been saying all along that LG makes some great phones.
Yeah.
But LG is trying to compete price-wise with Samsung and Apple, and they're always in third place. Third place is not going to get them where they need to go. So I think we're going to see a lot of phone companies start to diversify and spread out, even more than they are already.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I work for a tech company, I work for a tech company. And you was talking about the mid-range, and I agree because I want to do that for my channel too. But honestly, in all these phones that I have, you will not see anybody walking around the buildings that I work in without, all they're going to carry is top tier phones, because it seems like, and even me, you got to think about it, because a lot of people just have been, it's been embedded in you that it's just latest and greatest. Mm-hmm. Even though you hear these other YouTubers that are out there, that the first thing they're going to talk about this phone or the next one that comes after, especially this year that's going on. But nobody will ever talk about, I think I sold this phone. And then this is the essential. A lot of people thought it was garbage. But when they marked this phone down and this phone got down to as low as $300, I was literally trying to tell people it's a great phone. I mean, other than the camera, is the camera, but dude, are a lot of people professional photographers? No. A lot of people aren't professional photographers. You just put it in their face and they snap a picture. What phone is good for you doesn't mean you have to spend $1,000, but everybody is always been, you're just in that mindset that the latest and the greatest is what you have to have. And a lot of people just go out and get it regardless of another phone that might be just as good. They don't want just as good.
If you do a blind test with those cameras, I promise you, a lot of people won't even notice the difference between the essential phone. You know what I mean? Now, some phones, don't get me wrong, like the selfie camera on the LG V30 is big goat ass. That's
good. That's
horrible. Yeah. But if you take like the real portrait one, Joe, like, and you say like, all right, here, like, which picture you like best, you're not gonna be like, oh man, you're like, I know that's the iPhone camera. Like, come on, you're not gonna do that. So I totally agree with you on that.
I wonder too, like, if people could tell the difference between like take an iPhone 6 or a 6S Plus or something like that, and then put it up against some of the more recent iPhones. Like, I've seen it. The differences between the pictures when you're just viewing them casually.
Yeah,
it's not really that big a deal, and so they're giving us extra features. But again, like I said, portrait mode is not what's going to sell me a phone anymore.
I have an iPhone 10. I can count on one hand how many times I've actually used portrait mode, and that was only for the camera test I did with the Note 8. I do not use portrait mode. I just don't. I do not use it. It's not a feature that's like, because first of all, you got to do too much to even get portrait mode to even like no one. That's not a point and shoot type of thing. If you go outside, you're like, oh man, I want to get this picture.
Get close.
And the shot up. I gotta get 7.5, 2.3 feet away from this. Like, you're not about to do all that, dog. You just not. So,
yeah.
Well, I personally use the Blade C-Max, and it's the budget phone of the year of 2017. In my personal opinion, it was free for port-in, 6-inch device, 32 gigs of storage, dual cameras on the back, fingerprint sensor. I don't need anything else, man. You know what I'm saying? I got the Alcatel Idol 5 here. Only 150 if you port into Cricket wireless. So that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all the flagship. I've never owned a flagship in my life, period.
I'm actually, to tell you guys the truth about that. I'm giving away a ZTE on my channel, but that phone's great. That changed my mind about the whole budget game. To me, that's a great phone. It's
another thing that's kind of these bigger YouTubers. Another thing that bigger YouTubers are doing is these like the S8, the S8 Plus, and the Note 8. That you're not even hearing nothing about them anymore. It's like they're done with it, and now they're pushing the S9. Right, the S8 Plus still feels brand new to me. I'm recording this right now with my S8 Plus. That still feels new to me. But but in the tech world, if you let your mind get caught up in that, you're going to feel like you got an old phone. As soon as the S9 comes out, The S8 Plus won't even be talked about. And that's not, it's ridiculous. So at the end of the day, you kind of have to get back into your own mindset of it all, and don't fall for the trickery. But that's part of the reason I get like the Pixel 2, right? The Pixel 2, you know, that's when I get updates for 3 years, and it'll always feel like I have a newer phone. But that's one thing that's happening right now. We're moving at the speed of tech, and it's making like us, like tech nerds, think that we got to keep going and going and going. It's like, I mean, if you got the money, cool, you know. But I mean, damn, spending $4,000 a year on phones is something else, you know.
Hey man, let me tell you something. That ain't even close to how much I spend.
That's why I don't review those phones, guys. I'm not following MKBHD about an iPhone.
$4,000 is nothing compared to what I spend on phones, man.
Yeah. And I actually, like, at one point I had the iPhone 10 and the Note 8, and I was like, I've got $2,500 worth of phone right here. And I was just like, I could do so much more with that money.
Nah,
that would be good for my family or whatever. So I got rid of them both. And
I guess that's the frustrating part too, honestly, because you sit there and you go out and you spend this money on this technology because you want to review it for people. Then they say stupid ass comments under your videos. You're like, dude, like, what the fuck, man? You know what I mean? Like, I spent all this money on this phone and you put all these hours of editing in. You sit here like you're nothing but a fanboy. Like, dude,
Twitter fingers, man. The trolls, man. Y'all ain't saw nothing yet. Look, when you get up to these lot of subscribers, man, and you get these views, man, the trolls, that's gonna be crazy, man.
That pisses me off.
Tell you what, I read them. I try to respond to as many comments as I can, but some of those guys, like, I don't know, they need a life,
man,
or something, because
oh my god.
And the stuff that gets onto the video comments is one thing, but the stuff that gets filtered out that I have to look at and approve, like, that shit is not nice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So we all agree. And let me get into some comments. A lot of people, I see all these comments going all over the place. Donovan said, yeah, I spent way more than $4,000 a year. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Donovan. Art Dog is in the building. I think the Moto E can really change the game. I think you think Moto can change the game. I agree with you. Motorola has put out some fantastic phones. I agree with you. The Moto Z2 Play is the right phone. Art Dog. Shout out to Albert. Let's see. I think they already did. People are waking up to diversified reality. Let's see. Shout out to Ruby D in the building. And let's see. I see everybody in the building. Shout out to Everyday Tech is in the building. Gary is in the building. As long as Samsung got knights and iPhone got sheep, $1,000 phones aren't going anywhere.
Sad but true.
Sabri, yes, that's right.
Well, but I mean, I think
number one. Let's stop right there. How many Samsung Knights are there in the world right now? Huh? I'm not going to give you the exact number because that's classified information. But it's not over 400. It's not over 300. I'm a Samsung Knight, and guess what? Being a Samsung Knight isn't about trolling. It isn't about getting crazy. I know everyone gets all upset about it. The reason I roll with Samsung is they make great. I almost grabbed. They make great hardware. Okay, I love their hardware. Their software is getting a lot better, and that's great. Okay, but I mean, TouchWiz isn't even a thing anymore, and I love looking at their displays. So yeah, I'm hooked on their displays. I'm going to be using the S8 Plus for a couple years. I might use it for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to get off on a tangent here. But I don't want no bad information going out. Samsung Knights, there's not like a million of us running around. There's a very few of us running around. So that dude that said that needs to go take a hike.
All right, so we got a question here. Said, do you think the 18:9 aspect, what do y'all guys think about the 18:9 aspect ratio?
I think that was another selling tactic. I don't think it was something that was needed, to be honest. I mean, like,
I like 16:9 aspect ratio.
I didn't have no issue with it. Like, it wasn't something like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? It didn't bring anything new to me. If Samsung implements this technology with that battery feature type of thing, where like because I've been researching that, then that's okay. Like I'm with that, but the aspect ratio on the phone, like I don't really, because most of the apps, like if you play games on your phone, they're still not even really optimized to take use of that 18:9 ratio. I mean, I feel like that was very premature.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I watch a lot of. I mean, I watch a lot of video on my phone, and I get annoyed by 18:9 phones because it's either you're like on the iPhone 10. You're either looking at something that's stretched out and cut off, or you're looking at something that's the size of like an iPhone 7.
Yeah,
it's like, what did I pay $1,100 for or whatever?
Yeah,
and it just ticks me off. It ticks me off because we're not going to change how we make videos or films right to a totally different aspect ratio.
Right.
So somebody,
I'll tell you guys what. Ever since I could never go back to a phone with bezels, like big bezels, like 1 inch, I guess, whatever, however big they were. I've been even though the Pixel 2 XL, the bezels are small, and like with the Samsung phones, they're small as well. So I think bezels are out the door. You know what I'm saying? And the budget phones, I think the budget phones are going to go small bezels as well.
Yeah. I can agree with you. I mean, I think bezels. I think they could do 16:9 aspect ratio with no bezels, unless they put front-facing speakers on it. And oh my God, please somebody give Sony the memo. Can they please redesign their phones? I mean, can somebody give Sony the memo? Now, Sony they released some more phones, and they got the same aspect ratio. I mean, they got the same big forehead and chin. Because I think I'm done with Sony at this point. But I mean. All right, so let's see. Somebody asked me a question about my Galaxy Note 8. Am I still having the same problem with my Galaxy Note 8? Yeah. I'm still having the same problem with the Galaxy Note 8, the Galaxy Note 7, the Galaxy S7, the Galaxy S6. I got problems with all my Samsung phones, man. I got problems with it. Listen, look, I love Samsung. Listen, I gave a lot of people take your words out of context. Let me clarify that, because as soon as I say I hate Samsung phone, then I make a video about a Samsung phone. They're gonna say, "Well, when you say it on a live stream, you hate Samsung phone." No, folks, I love Samsung phone. I give the Galaxy Note 8 phone of the year. Here's a problem that I'm having with Samsung phones. Samsung phones, as far as 1080p, 60 frames per second, is giving me problems. All right, 1080p. I'm getting text messages and emails, guys. So let's get into the comments. We get some people in the comments saying that we get people get cussed out and stuff like that. But let's take a minute here and say, guys, let's go to respect each other in the comments. All right. We get people that's getting deleted and stuff like that. All right, so let's keep the comments. Let's keep the comments favorable, because I'm getting emails and people sending me texts and stuff like that. All right. Let's go on and be a little more professional, folks, about what's going on here. That's in the comments. All right. Albert, I see what you're saying. I'm getting a lot of emails. All right, let's get back into it. I don't know what happened here. I don't know what happened to the comments, but the comments just went all the way to the left when everybody started cursing each other out. So we don't need that. We don't need that. All right, we don't need that. Let's see. Sony doesn't care about cell phones. They have the PlayStation. I don't know. Let's see. Don't be racist. Yeah, we don't want to be racist here in this comment.
Gary Brown, don't be racist, dude. I guess he called me a taco eating mother effer. Come on. I talked about this the last time I was on here. Racism has no place, man. If you don't like me because maybe I'm wearing a black shirt, or I don't know, you don't got to throw racism into it. Come on. This is 2000. When is it? 2018. I think we're past racism, guys.
Yeah, let's not go to the left with this. This is a tech show.
And we don't even have to hate each other for the tech we use and none of that. I don't use iPhone. It's not because I hate iPhone. I've never even held one. And I actually did hold one. I held one time. I got confused, so I put it down. I'm like, because there's no back button on it. I was trying to press the back button. I'm like, okay, I can't do this. I put it to the side. I mean, look, how many people use iPhones? 50 million people, 200 billion people, 200 billion people can't be wrong, or maybe they can be wrong. At the end of the day, though, let's just get along and do what we got to do, and let's have fun, because that's what it's all about. And that's what YouTube is supposed to be about. But like we were talking about earlier, you got trolls popping up, and I'm getting to the point now where I'm going to stop reading my comments, you know, because it's like I'll make a video about something just playing around, and people get all serious, and I'm like, are you kidding? You know, social media has gotten out of control, and for the longest time, people have gotten used to talking trash, hiding behind the computer screen. Let me tell you what, those days are over, man, because people are getting hip to the game. You're talking of trash, someone will show up at your house. You know, and I mean, it's getting back to the way it was back in the day, and that's the way it needs to be. Let's all have respect, you know.
Yeah, and you know, at the end of the day, man, we just here to just to have some fun. All right, let's get back in. Let's get back into this tech stuff, man. All right, so Magic Tech Review. What ZTE gonna do this year, man? They gonna bring out some good stuff or what? What they gonna do?
ZTE.
Yeah, with ZTE, don't ZTE all on Cricket and Boost Mobile and Metro PCS, and that's where they based out of, right?
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. I mean, with that whole Axon M though, they totally flopped on that, man. With the AT&T, I can't believe that was the first ones to go on a postpaid carrier, man. They so messed up with that.
Yeah,
they're probably gonna follow up with the Blade Z Max, Blade Z Max Pro or whatever and stuff like that. So that's probably where they're gonna go from here.
Yeah, I do think that ZTE made a mistake trying to go AT&T with their Butterfly phone, man. I think they should have just came to Cricket, Boost Mobile, Metro PCS. That's what they did. They price it price it right, because I mean they try to sell a phone for $800, man.
I know, and then this one right here is free when you port it in, or it's $100, and now you're trying to sell the same crowd $600, $700, $800 phone. You crazy, man? If you're a budget OEM manufacturer, you know what I'm saying? Just stay like that. You know, a lot of people don't realize that, companies like OnePlus T, if they try to go into the AT&Ts and the Sprints and the Verizons, they got to shell out some money for that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they can keep their prices cheap. But once they come to the big boys are going to want some bread to, advertise their product and put it on them shelves. So those internet-based only, like, oh, yeah, our phone is this and that. We got the best specs and everything. Yeah, that's because you only sell it online. You know what I'm saying? Not on store shelves. Go ahead and throw that OnePlus 5T and Sprint, Verizon, and all that. Guarantee you that price is not going to stay the same. They're going to have to pay for all that.
No, I think you're right, man. And I think one thing that's really I never used a OnePlus phone until I got the one I'm reviewing right now, and the OnePlus phones prove that there's no need for $1,000 phone. Just like a lot of the mid-range phones do.
Bro, on the postpaid, it ain't gonna be the same price though.
Exactly.
You got to agree with me on that.
But I think that, like, I don't know how it is in other countries, but in the U.S., like, carriers have got stuff locked down so much, that it's kind of a scam. The way that you get locked into a carrier, and then I think that if the mobile world moves out into something that's more of a bring your phone wherever you want to go, find the best deal kind of thing, and the phone is bought like you would buy a TV or something like that, then I think the game changes, and people start making phones that don't have all these carriers in mind.
Right. Yes.
But I spent about an hour at the Verizon store today, and all I saw were retired people buying iPhones. That was it. And the thing is, I get it. Like, my mom's 75 years old. iPhone is really easy for her to figure out and to work. And so I get it. Probably 80% of everybody in the world is like, why are these guys talking about this phone, or that phone, or any phone? But to me, what's interesting is trying to do something with my channel and the way that I talk about stuff, trying to say, like, you don't have to go that way. You don't have to buy just that $1,000 new thing that came out because there's 100 commercials on. You can buy a bunch of different stuff. What are your phone needs?
Right.
And how do you fill that out?
Yeah. You know what? At the end of the day, I look at it like this. One of the biggest reasons why a lot of the average consumer get flagship phones is because it's easy. It's easy to get. I mean, you could go to AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile and shell out $200, right? And you get an iPhone X, an iPhone 8 for $200. Pay them, 99 months a year. You know what I'm saying? And you can keep the phone, right? And they got something like us tech reviewers. I mean, we can't. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I can't get no phones on contracts. I have to buy them out, right? Because I mean, listen, think about it. If I buy like 60 phones, so there's no way I could get 60 contracts. So I look at it like that too. That the average consumer just go into T-Mobile, AT&T, and say, "Hey, I got an iPhone 10. Just give me $200, pay for 3.5 years. There it is, right?" And most people do that. Most people do that, and that's why. And they trust. This is why Huawei could never work anyway, right? I mean, think about if they would have bought in the Mate 10 to AT&T. Would anybody buy it? No, only tech reviewers. The average consumer wouldn't buy no Huawei Mate 10. No average consumer wouldn't buy the Butterfly phone. And this is what, when you look at the average consumer, we techies, we just a small portion of the internet world. The average consumer, like moms and pops and aunties and millennials, they all going and getting iPhones and Samsung devices. That's it. That's it. That is the market. For Huawei to try to get into the United States, they would have to spend tons of capital. AT&T would have to spend tons of capital on marketing.
Speaking of that, aren't they trying to like pass some type of bill with Huawei and who was it? It was Huawei and another company. I think they're trying to have it where they can't sell phones in the US or something like that. I can't remember.
It was Chinese companies, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna work, which would suck because I desperately want a Mate 10 Pro. Like I really want to check that phone out. I think
you get it at Best Buy. You know, Best Buy always kind of sneak the Huawei phones in. You know, I mean, you just have to pay top dollar for it. I mean, that's the thing. Like, you know, think about this. If an average consumer walk into a Best Buy and see a Mate 10 on the shelf for $900, would you think they'd shell out $900 up front for a Mate 10?
No.
Well, it's the same thing with the iPhone or another flagship phone. If somebody was like, "Okay, we got this brand new iPhone 10. It costs $1,150 if you want a decent amount of storage. So how do you want to pay, cash or charge?" People will be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" That's the scam. It's like, well, you can take it $30-$40 a month and it doesn't feel like you're getting you're getting it up the rear end. But when you say $1,000, pay me $1,000 right now. Then
how about the people without credit though, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People that they can't. I like me personally, my credit is shot, bro. 12 years in the military and ex-wife later. Trust me, man. I have no credit to my name. You do not want to use my social, so I can't. They run me out of the Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile stores or whatever. They tell me $500 deposits. So I got to rock with these Cricket Metro Boost. You know what I'm saying? So that's
man. There are a lot of people who are in that position too. So it's cool that you're out there, kind of holding it down and telling them what's up with the stuff that is open to you too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's a phone for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Even the little flip phones or the cheap Android phones, you know what I'm saying? They have a purpose. They might not be the best. I hate when I do a review of a $30 phone or a $40 phone or whatever, and people say, "Oh, it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that." Well, it's not for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't need all that.
I get that a lot. Like if I make a video about this, say the Moto 4, right? The Moto 4, and a lot of people say, "Well, it doesn't have edge features, or it doesn't have this, or it doesn't have that." But the phone cost $250. It's a totally different between a $250 phone and a $1,000 phone. I expect a $1,000 phone to have a headphone jack, but most of them don't. I expect a $1,000 phone to get me through the day when it comes down to battery life, but the mid-tiers do. They don't happen. You kind of expect stuff out of $1,000 phone, but the mid-tier phone, I could go 3 days of battery life with a phone like this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you think about how this is the point I'm trying to make. Mid-tiers go take over. They're putting 6,000 milliamp batteries in mid-tier phones, and the flagships are only putting 2,700 milliamp batteries in it. Kind of ain't that flip-flop?
Even with the S9, they only putting like another 3,000 and another 3,500. I mean, like, God, come on, man.
Mine's got 4,100 milliamps, and it was free for porting.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to put back on something somebody said earlier. That I know I mentioned it, but now, because I spent 20 years in the military, retired, and now I work for a tech company. We're app developers. So that was my first job after the military. Oh, yeah, you too. So
were you in the Air Force?
Yes.
I knew it. Hell yeah.
So one of the guys that just came on to work with us was actually worked in AT&T corporate. And see, me, I got lucky enough to, again, I got all these phones, but we have to make sure our app works on them. So again, when that happened, flipped me, I decided, well, I wanted to kind of review phones because that's what I have to do sometimes to make sure our app actually works on all these phones, because we have companies that actually have contracts with AT&T, Sprint, whatever, to get certain phones for all of their people to use. But speaking of that, the guy that came on with us, he was working at AT&T corporate, and he let us know. We were in a meeting one day, and he told us that all of their stores and the people that work there by design is funny. Somebody mentioned when you go into a store and the phones that they're pushing, they have to push certain phones all the time in order to get, like, people literally, if when he actually put it, he said, if you want to work for AT&T, especially if you want to sell your soul and make good money, like working at a retail store, then you literally have to do things that you don't want to do, because you have to push certain phones out there that, you know, this 97, or that's 97, but this 66-year-old woman came in and, you know, she needs a new phone. And if you know tech, you want to give her the right phone she wants to use. But next thing you know, you're putting her out the door with some phone that she's going to have a heart attack when she tries to use it later on in life, or 5 days later. And it's just going to be confusing for her. But they have to push those phones out there because those are the specific phones, and it changes every couple of weeks what phones they have to push. And, you know, companies are doing that. They have to do that. So sometimes you hear them, you know, somebody has a phone that they don't need. It's like me trying to sell my mom on getting an S8. My mom will have a heart attack in a week trying to use an S8. Or, well, not an S8, but a Note 8. She liked my phone because just because it has a stylus. This is my favorite phone, but she doesn't need it just because it has a stylus. You know, it blow her mind. Get a phone that fits you. But a lot of these companies, and you said AT&T does it. Verizon, not so much. They used to. That was their best. That was their practice. But AT&T, other companies don't do that. It's nice to. I mean, when I went and bought my Cricket, when I bought the Cricket phone, when I bought that ZTE that I was going to put on my page to give away to whoever when I reached the goals for subscribers, I messed with that phone, but I knew what I wanted to get. But that phone to me fit somebody. I know you mentioned it earlier, Sean. There's a phone for everybody, but some of these companies you go to, that's not what they look at, and that's why I could never work for them, because I'd never tell you what phone you should really need. If I have to push you out the door with a phone that's going to just be confusing to you an hour after building, but a lot of people are doing it, and AT&T is one of the culprits in doing that. Because I mean, and knowing that, that to me, that I just lost a whole lot of stuff when he came in and told us that, to give us that insight on how some the bigger ones. That was just like, it was kind of disheartening, you know, because I'm like, wow, that kind of stuff that people are just forced into. So I know we all do that, like car salesmen, you know, but that's what they turned into. They've turned into car salesmen to get you out the door into something that isn't going to fit you. Oh, this is the car I wanted. I came in knowing I wanted this phone. And then now you're telling me, no, that's not the phone I want. I want this one, but it's something that's crazy because I have to get it out the door. So I'm making sure that you walk out the door with this phone.
I think the problem is it's kind of like that. The car salesman thing is a perfect example, right? Because you may not get the car that you want, but it's like, you know, it's pretty much based off your credit, right? So if you go into like an AT&T store, most of the time they're financing LG, iPhone, and Samsung phones, whatever. Most times, like those mid-tier phones, sometimes you got to pay like straight out, you know, like the Honors or the what do you call it, the Mate 10s, whatever. So I think sometimes that kind of like scares people off. Like, well, at least I know I can afford this month. I can afford to shell out $300, but I can't afford to paid, you know, $40 in taxes to go get this phone.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question real quick. Rumor has it that the iPhone 11 is going to use LG screens. What are y'all thoughts about that?
Well, I mean, the LG screens have proved themselves to be so awesome. I mean, if the iPhone, maybe it would work out well, because I know that Apple pays a lot of attention and works really hard with their manufacturers to, like, the Samsung screen that's on the iPhone 10 doesn't look like the Samsung screen that's on Samsung phones. You know, they spent a lot of time tuning that screen to what they wanted it to be. But I mean, I've got an LG OLED TV, which is the best TV I've ever seen. But those LG phone screens, it was the V30 and the Pixel 2 XL. I had those things, and the Blue Shift. Some people say, like, "Oh shit, it doesn't bother me. What are you talking about? You're such a whiner, complainer, whatever." It really bothered me. And I just think, if you're selling that for $1,000, I mean, it's got to be right.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it. I got it there. And when you turn, you can't really tell in here though. But I'll be honest, what the thing that Google should have did when they released this is they should have released it with the update. Where you can choose saturated, boosted, and all that. And the screen does turn blue when you turn it. When I got this phone, I thought it was going to be a lot worse. And the reason I got this is I wasn't really intending on keeping it, because I thought this is going to be the worst phone in the world. Because I thought when I turned it this way, that it was going to turn blue and be crazy. Honestly, I'm going to be honest, and I'm not just saying this to justify my purchase. When I turned the screen to the side, that's a cool blue look. So, and I also got my my Note 8 and my S8. When you turn those things to the side, it's kind of a gray tint. So when I turn the phone to the side, I'd rather have a blue tint. I mean, you actually got to turn this thing to actually see the blue tint. I mean, I guess, I'll say something, though. There's really not too much. I guess here Google's really going to demonetize me now. I don't think there's too much consistency when you buy phones like a Nexus phone or a Pixel phone, because 1 minute it's running good, and then Google releases an update, and then it destroys the phone. And I mean, it's happened to me. I've been a Nexus guy for the longest time.
But as far as the Pixel, what happened with the Pixel is they came out with a second generation, because the people that bought the Pixels in December got a totally different screen.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, because the one I have now, I got this one late, and I wanted to get it, and I didn't get it when it first came out. So I'm getting it, and I'm twisting and turning it and trying to feed, and I was like, okay, mine seems fine. And then I found that out. Like, if you got the second batch,
I mean, who views their phone from the side, man? Like,
I'm with you on that.
Cock out or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Put the damn thing in front of your face.
I don't know. Hey, man,
I'm over here. Look, I'm over here eating ramen noodles. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all talk about this iPhone X or whatever the hell, because I'm eating a damn 33 cents of soup right here. So I ain't got nowhere to talk about the iPhone X.
It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard when you tilt the phone to the side, when you're looking at that woman on the pole, and she turned blue. Yeah. When you turn to the side, kind of see that lap dance, and all of a sudden you turn into the blue meanie.
But look how it's something like it seems like some of the big phones that have had issues. Now I'm gonna say this, and I don't care what anybody says. I was a Note adopter from the Note 2. Favorite phone that I ever got. When the Note 4 came out, I didn't get the Note 4 because too many people decided they wanted to get it, and I felt like they were trying to be like me, like I'm the only person that bought Notes where we were stationed at. So I wanted the Edge, because I thought nobody was getting the Edge, and I did. I was like a rare person that had it. And then I didn't even get rid of my Edge to go to the 5, because I was like, nope, it doesn't have it. They took stuff away. The 7 comes out, I'm all over it. I'm gonna tell you right now, my 7, if it blows up, it's gonna blow up in my closet. But I didn't get rid of that phone. To me, every phone that they come out with, sometimes we do find stuff to nitpick. I agree with what you're saying. You can use their phone from the side and that blue screen. It's like this. It is the 10. I look at this phone right here, and I try to watch videos on it, and then I switch back to this, and this is supposed to be the same makers of this. The person that makes this screen provided this screen is horrible to me. It's not as good as this screen. But I don't know who to blame for that. I don't blame Samsung because Apple tuned the screen supposedly. So it's like that we get. It's like little things. It seems like every single phone, the things that we or people want to nitpick about them and make big deals about them. Yeah, the blue screen did happen. I know it did happen, but it seems like every phone will have something that your mainstream YouTubers, your bigger people, will just. I mean, this store just took off. But it's almost like I'm waiting to hear about what happens when a phone comes out. It's like when I finally heard stuff about the iPhone 10, I'm like, finally, we can get over the Note 7 madness. Because for a while, it was just Note 7, Note 7, Note 7, no matter what. And then every other phone that came out after that, great. But then the little things that come out after that, it's like we like to hear them. But most of these phones, I mean, they can always find something wrong with each phone that comes out.
I look at it like this. Think about this, folks. I think we're looking at this all wrong here. Do you really think that if Apple gonna sell 70 million iPhones, you really think that Apple's gonna have a bad screen on this phone? I can see Apple right now got a prototype already with an LG screen on it. I look at it like this. I can see Google doing it because Google, you know, when the stuff started coming out about the Pixel, Google didn't really care too much. Like, yeah, we're gonna send out an update. But the iPhone. Nah, come on now. I think about this, right? I think about that. Apple ain't no way that Apple's not going to put that perfect screen as they always done on every iteration of the iPhone just because of the bad rumor of the LG screens. I really do think that Apple already got a prototype sitting in the lab like, yeah, this is the one we want.
Apple has like laid a ton of money into LG's OLED manufacturing because they knew Samsung was the only manufacturer that had the ability to make as many screens as Apple needed. So Samsung charged Apple something like $120, $130 per phone for the screen, which, I mean, maybe Apple will pass some of that savings on to us with the iPhone. But like the idea of now that OLED has become the technology that's going to be in more and more phones, now they got to catch up with how much they can manufacture. So Apple has spent tons of money on LG's manufacturing capabilities so that they can put out enough screens to
so you really think, see, here's the thing, and I'm playing devil's advocate here. Like Apple is buying, it gonna give LG, this saved LG company actually. The mobile division just got saved from Apple because they gonna give them 30 billion, right? So, but you really think that LG engineers is making this? Nah, they got all Apple people working in that, man. It's like I can see Apple people working in LG's plants. You know, like, hey man, now you take the year off, man.
Yeah, they're using the patents. They're using the patents.
Yeah,
no. That's all they need.
That's what I'm thinking. Look, a lot of people think as soon as they heard LG making an iPhone screen, like, oh my God, it's gonna be a terrible screen. Nah, I promise you, they already got Apple engineers in LG's plant.
I tell you what, though, as much as I have liked Apple stuff, and I've been an Apple guy like since 1992, I've bought Apple computers and shit like that. I would love to see them fail one time. Just blow it big time, and the whole thing would change.
Well, I'm going through the news. I mean, they're throttling their phones.
Yeah.
I mean, the iPhone 10 is kind of slow production, even though they sold 50 million of them. So it's getting a little slow.
iPads ain't that so hot.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're coming out with the big iPhone next year, right? Well, this year. So I don't know. I look at it like this. A lot of people really cringing when they hear an LG making an iPhone screen. I don't see it that way. I think that Apple's gonna have every touch of a hand on every part of that device. That screen gonna be perfect. Wait till we see it. It's gonna be probably one of LG's best AMOLED displays. Period.
Hey, you guys know LG mobile department hasn't posted a profit in 11 quarters.
Yeah, they got one now.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Should be part of something bigger. Like, could Apple and LG might go further than just the screens? Maybe LG might be looking into getting the OS from Apple. Could that be possible?
Oh no!
Apple-
Oh
Apple-
no!
You don't think that's
Yeah,
possible?
Oh no! That's not possible. Oh no!
Well, see, here's the thing. I mean, Apple has always been like we do the hardware, we do the software. You know, maybe they start manufacturing phones with LG's manufacturing capabilities, but I think LG, like, I love the V series phones. I think those things are great, but at the same time, like, they have not been able to get the market.
Right.
So they need something like a partnership with Apple, even if it's just them manufacturing it to get their mobile stuff to go. But I don't think Apple's ever going to give away the OS.
Front facing camera.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shout out to the person that said super chats are down. Yeah, super chats are down. Ain't nobody donate to the cause in here. Oh man. But I do want to say that since LG has not posted any type of profits, this deal with Apple and by LG is yanking the cord off of the LG G7. Yeah, they need to focus on this iPhone screen. I think all their attention on this big old contract that they just got with Apple. You know, I don't know what y'all got there. I thought about that. I said, well, maybe LG probably focusing on Apple, you know, with the screens or whatever, versus the LG G7 that's not coming out.
Right. I
don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Look, all I'm saying is hypothetically. People go hit me in the comments like, Eric, you full of shit. You know, you sit up here, you talk all this crap about what could have what. These are all thoughts, guys, and opinions. You know, I like to say that those disclaimers because when I had 1,000 subscribers, I didn't get the trolls. When I had 2,000 subscribers, I didn't get the trolls. But at 17,000 subscribers, yeah, they come plentiful.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. I mean, that's the thing though. If you have any kind of strong opinion one way or the other that goes against what somebody else thinks,
yeah,
then you're going to get shit on. That's just how it's going to be. And I think you should always say what you're thinking about, you know.
Yeah.
To me, like, I'll do a lot of stuff like that and talk about the Razer phone and that Project Linda thing that came out from CES. I thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah, I think that's nice. Razer dropped the ball on that, right?
Well, I mean, I think
they should have released that when the phone came out.
Well,
man, I agree with you on that. I wish they would have.
I mean, I'm old enough to remember the Motorola Atrix, which was an Android phone that had that dock and you could put it in a sort of laptop clamshell thing.
Yeah.
And I tried that thing out, you know, had paid a couple $100, few $100 for whatever the dock cost, and it just didn't work. Like it wasn't powerful enough to make it work. Now that's the thing. We've got smartphones that are the iPhone 10 is faster than most of the laptops they sell.
Yeah.
So we've got power that we could use for something else. And the first company that really puts it out of the park with, like, you know what, this is your all-in-one computing solution. You can have your phone, you can have this, you know. I think that's the future of phones, is they are going to be that one little thing that we use all the time.
And shout out to the super chat, Ace. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Also, Big House Production. He said, "Okay, panel, we giving the ladies' night. Ladies' night is in trouble."
Yes,
right? So a lot of people been saying that now. I don't know. Ladies got to step up to the plate.
I don't know. The ladies do a good job.
Oh, there go. Look, there go. AKA.
Hey, I got long hair. My hair comes down. It's okay. What's up?
Ladies' night in trouble now. Catwoman, you gotta do something. Y'all ladies gotta do something on Wednesdays.
Now the ladies' night's awesome, man. The ladies are smart, they're intellectual, they keep it 100% real. So every time I watch like the Wine Wednesday, I'm like, oh damn, we gotta have to step it up. So next thing you know, after I get done watching Wine Wednesday, first thing I do is I go to the Google Productions website and I study, because it's intimidating watching these ladies because they're calm, they're smooth. You can tell they're studied up. So you know, we gotta step up our game, guys.
That's because I'm producing that too. Because every once in a while I'm on the road, I'll send my wife articles all the time about random stuff. Like some of the best articles they talked about came from me. It was great.
Yes.
Don't pat yourself too hard there.
All right. So Donovan said at 10,000 subscribers, I didn't really get any more trolls, to be honest. Once in a while they show up, but I generally in my comments is pretty pleasant. Well, here's the thing, Donovan. I do funeral videos. So once I do a funeral video on the phone, oh yeah, the comments blow up. Like the last funeral video, I got all nice suited up. I got red roses all over the place. I got a 3-piece suit on in this video. And I got red roses all over the place, and I got the nice little the good music playing in the background. And I'm saying, you know, hey, Paul bearers, members of the church, and I'm saying stuff like that. People are like, you son of a. And then when I burn the phone, I get a lot of people that after I did that phone, that I burnt the ZTE phone, right? And I put that sucker on the grill. Oh yeah, they love. Yeah.
And people say I'm bad. That's crazy. That's damn.
The one thing I never even seen that video. I gotta go watch that.
Yeah, I burned the phone, man. Hot barbecue.
The one thing that I noticed about when the trolls come is like when your video goes sort of, it's got the first little bump where a lot of people are watching. And then that second wave is where YouTube has pushed it out to more people, and that's like where the trolls live.
Oh yeah.
And you know, like my comments even now, like 33,000 whatever, 9 times out of 10 they're cool. But if I get a video that goes beyond that first wave of people watching, it sucks. You know, I tell you what, my biggest, craziest comments is that I get people that comment on videos that I made in 2015 and say, that phone got Android 7.1. What is you talking about in this video? I'm like, look at the date. That's a 2015 phone. What is you talking about?
No videos, no subscribers, never made a YouTube video in their life.
Yeah, no, I've actually had other YouTubers. I was surprised. I've had other YouTubers trolling me before. Like this one guy came in when I did the iPhone 8 game review. He was like, "Oh man, that's an iPhone 6. I know that." I'm like, "Bro," and I said, "You're a YouTuber. Why are you trolling right now? Like, what?
Yeah,
who does that?
That's not right. I thought YouTubers had a code, right?
That's what I figured.
Heck no, they the ones disliking.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. I think so too. I do think so.
I got some haters, bro. I got some haters in the tech community.
I've had some people be really cool to me and like help me out and reach out and stuff like that. But then there's also people that I don't know. I guess I have trolled like MKBHD before.
It don't matter. He don't read the comments.
Well, I know. The thing is, I got really pissed off because he showed on his Twitter that LG sent him a birthday cake with like him sitting on the birthday cake.
Yeah, I seen that one.
And an LG TV behind him, and I'm like, dude, how is that not conflict of interest? Like,
you know what that's like? That's like being in jail, right? And then like, you know, your mom shows up and complains to the jail that you're not being treated right. All the prisoners are going to beat you up. You know what I mean? It's just so LG sent MKBHD.
Yeah, I seen that.
Oh man,
yeah.
And I like MKBHD, man, but I wish that style wouldn't go. I wish that story didn't go out, man. That's just terrible.
I want to get a cake. Somebody send me a cake.
Hey man, they keep the cake.
If Google sends me a cake, I'm not going to tell nobody.
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
If Google sends you a cake, you don't need to eat it.
That guy's what, 24 years old?
I've been in here like an hour. I know you don't eat. If Google sends you something, don't even open it.
Man, yes, man. Like, what happened?
Yeah, like if OnePlus send you a cake or something, right? I mean, this is one of those things because I don't know, a lot of YouTubers love the OnePlus, and I think to me, OnePlus got an opportunity if they could get to carrier stores. Oh my God! I mean, I don't know, man. 8 gigs of RAM, 845 processor. I mean, if they was in the they couldn't charge the $500 price point if they was in a T-Mobile or AT&T or something like that.
Why not give YouTubers a commission though if they sell it off their videos? You know what I'm saying? I think that would be cool. I think that would.
Well, I mean, I don't know about y'all guys, but I got Amazon affiliation. I put links in there. You know, I got links.
Well, yeah, cool. I'm talking about from OnePlus themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I make an influencer program. If they're only on the internet, why not? You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you on that, bro. But you know, low key though, like when these, you know, that's when anybody who, you know what I'm saying, if I'm marketing your stuff on my channel, like if it's not like something that I actually want to do, I'm charging you, dog. Like these case companies, and, you know, screen protectors. Dog, man, I don't either because they always want you to do something for free. I'm like, look here, bro, this is what I charge for a dedicated upload, blah blah blah. And they're like, oh, then you know we don't have that in our budget. I said, nah, if you ain't got that in your budget, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. I'm not doing it for free. You know what I mean? This is not bro, you know.
Somebody wanted me to upload a video of some headphones or whatever. They were just gonna send me some screenshots. They weren't even gonna send me the headphones, bro. What? I'm like, yo, I'm a freaking review channel. What are you smoking?
Wow, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Send me a video. No money. Just do it for the you know.
I had companies who want me to pay for their stuff to review it on my channel. I said, I don't know what type of drugs that you smoking, but I need it.
Yeah, they do send you that. They want you to pay for it, and then after you upload the video and send it to them, then they'll repay you back.
Yeah, man, if y'all get your goofy ass out of here, I ain't doing that, man. I wish I would.
You say to those people like, I'm not buying your thing. I got to buy the iPhone 10.
Look, they want you to buy it. And then once you make the video, upload the video, then send them the video, then you're supposed to be waiting on a payment.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right. Like you gonna really get a payment from them?
Right.
Well, you know what? I mean, you know what? When the Moto comes out, was that the Moto G6 Plus? I'll buy it. I'll do a review, and you know what? All I ask from Moto or from Lenovo, send me a case of ramen noodles, man. I'll live.
Hey, I'll rock with the ramen, Joe.
Ramen noodles. I almost wanted to call them Ramon noodles. I mean, that's terrible, man. I'm gonna get some of them Ramon noodles.
Yeah, yes, indeed. That's what I'm talking about. All right, guys. So we're a little past our time.
Let's do this for 2 more hours, man. I got stamina. Trust me on this. Look at this. I'm gonna start making Viagra videos because I got the stamina. I can do this, man. I'm ready. I'm just getting warmed up, man. I'm ready to go, man. I'm the extends of YouTube. Okay, let's do this. You know what I mean? You know. I'm pumped up, ready to rock, man.
If your live stream lasts for longer than 6 hours, be sure to call your physician.
All right, so before I end this, I want to say what phone that y'all guys gonna be considered as y'all best phone of 2018. What phone that you anticipating on of 2018?
No,
Mr. Catwoman.
Actually, I think probably the S9 Plus. I don't think the Note 9 will be anything spectacular, seeing how the Note series has been following the S series as the last couple of rollouts for some odd reason. Yeah. But I think the S9 Plus will probably be the best phone, flagship wise, for 2018.
Cool beans. Sean, be nice. What you got?
I am a stylus whore or S Pen whore, so I'm gonna go with the Note 9, man. I use my S Pen every day. Like I have to use my S Pen. It's like I've literally signed documents for work, all type of things. Like I'm gonna go with the Note 9.
Cool, Note 9. All right, painfully, what's gonna be your
you know, one way I kind of hope it's something I don't even know about yet.
Yeah.
But I'm anxious to see what Apple follows the 10 with.
Yeah.
If there's a 10s Plus or something like that, whatever it is, I want to see where they go with that. Because if they're gonna keep their same pricing structure right now, then the Plus model is going to be $1,400. And I don't see any way that can happen. But then again, who knows? But I'm looking forward to seeing how they follow up. Do they keep the notch? Do they blah, blah, blah? That's all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
People like the notch, though. That's the thing. I mean,
nobody likes the notch.
I do
people
not.
love that says that. Nah, people says you can know when you got an iPhone. People listen. They got people right now that's mimicking phones. They got a phone that I saw that's coming out that look just like an iPhone running Android with the notch. The notch is popular. You'll have phones come out that's the notch.
When
It's like
people
the Gap, man. I love to see the Gap.
When people spend that much money on a phone, they're going to tell themselves anything.
Magic Tech Review. What device are you anticipating on in 2018, sir?
Probably the LG Stylo 4. Something around
I like
150, 200. Yeah. Something like that. Or ZTE, of course. Their next little budget device. Something like that, man. Nothing too fancy.
Cool. Ace.
Well, here's the news. I heard that X Hamster's coming out with a new phone, so I'm predicting that's going to be the phone of the year, and I'm just joking. Here's the deal, man. Here's the deal. Honestly, oh, man. Because, look, man, I have the S8 Plus and the Note 8. I already have those, man, and I have the Pixel 2 XL. So, I'm really hoping Motorola steps up, man. I said this a while. I think I said this on a couple live streams a while back. I want Motorola to step up, man. Because the last phone that Motorola made that I thought was super, super cool was the Motorola G4 Plus. I had that, man, and I rocked it hard for like 8 months. And those are my hopes and dreams, man. You know what I mean? Those are my hopes and dreams. I'm hoping that I'm hoping that Motorola steps up the game. And as far as like these phones go, I mean, there's not too much more they can do. I mean, with the form factor. So I'm hoping for the big battery. It's hard to say. I always say that I'm not going to be spending. I always say that I'm not going to buy the latest and greatest. I have a bad feeling that I might buy the S9 Plus. But if I do, here's the good news. I'll get my S8 Plus and I'll give it to my dad or whatever, man. I'll give it to somebody. But I'll do something good. I'll try to do something good because that's what we got to do at the end of the day, man. There's some needy people out. We all got family members they might be crazy. Some of our family members might be making some bad choices, but it's up to us that are making the right choices to take care of these people, man. We got to try to set them straight and give them a gift. Say here's an S8. Enjoy it. And when you do that, you have an excuse to go and get yourself the latest and greatest. That's how I justify what I do. Yeah.
All right, 10-minute review. What's going to be your phone for 2018? Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry. I was making a note to Sean with my stylus. It's gonna be the Note. It's gonna be the 9. Every year I look to see what they do. They could give me the same. They could almost give me the Note 9, and I still take it. Look, I can use this is my Note 7 stylus in my Note 8. It works. So I mean, hopefully I'm just hoping the one thing that I think that they can add maybe is get that fingerprint technology thing in, possibly. If they do that to the front of the phone, then to me that's it. The phone's good as is. I mean, to be realistic, most of the phones that I have and I'm looking at right now, they're good as is right now, probably for the next 2 or 3 years, or at least 2 years. But
I think if Samsung updated their phones like they should, I think it'd be Samsung. I think it'd be a hard cookie to beat, man. If they actually updated like how Pixel phones are updated, I think Samsung would be
that would be the win. Just the quick updates. And the one thing I used to like, even though I wasn't an Apple phone person, I have one mainly for the site now. But the thing that I like about iPhones is they had the iPhone 6, then the 6S, The form factor never changed. I am a case whore. Like literally, I knew how many cases I have for all these phones. Ridiculous. My wife wants to kill me most days when she comes and she sees them. I have a whole I'll take a picture of them. It used to be the picture of my YouTube page, but literally speaking, they didn't change it. So you could literally use the same case on the 6S that you used on the 7 or whatever it was, 7S. Then the cases were the same. Yes. I think if they did that too, they'd be a win, because then you don't have to buy stuff, but every couple of years instead of every year that stuff comes out.
Oh, but man, you gotta buy stuff though. You gotta buy stuff though.
Guys, I gotta say something real quick. I'm hoping the software, man. You know what? We all got our heads wrapped around the latest and greatest, the brand new phones coming out. We need to be focusing on software too, man. The software can get better. Software can be optimized. Now, software optimization is no excuse for batteries that Fred Flintstone was using back in the day. No. We need battery optimization, man. Fred Flintstone don't need to be running down the street pedaling with his feet, man. We need to get these batteries up to par, man. A phone needs to be able to run. You guys might think I'm funny when I say this. A battery needs to last all week. No more excuses, man. And I don't care if it's a nuclear battery. I will run with it, man. I don't care. I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? As long as it doesn't kill. If it kills me in 30 years, that's cool. You know what I mean? As long as the radiation doesn't kill me like right away. If it takes 30 or 40 years, that's fine, man.
So you cool with slobbing on your phone a little bit from the radiation. So if you get brain damage,
I don't mind.
Cool with that.
As long as I can, hey man, as long as I can make it till I'm 80 years old, I'm good to go, man.
Okay.
You know, just give me a phone that lasts all week. That's all I ask.
Think about what's going to happen to the birth rate, though, if you make a nuclear phone and you carry it around in your pocket.
Man,
I'll take Viagra. I'll take Extends. I'll take whatever it takes, man. I don't care.
You're that Incredible Hulk kids, man.
Yeah, exactly. What if I turn into the Hulk? Maybe I'll lose 50 pounds. I need to lose some weight anyway, man. Give me that nuclear phone. I'm not scared.
That's what I'm talking about, gentlemen. Woo, listen, everybody that's in the streams, everybody that's been here all night long while we've been having this good fun here. I'm going to leave all these YouTubers here down in the description right after this video get uploaded. Please go check these channels out. Please go and subscribe, look at their channels, and make sure that we show some love to the smaller YouTubers, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I just want to showcase everybody's talent. A lot of these folks that y'all see on here, y'all never saw before. Some people you saw that been on the channel multiple times. I really do appreciate everybody that come on this live streams. Y'all don't know how much fun I have on these live streams. That's why I do them. Yeah. That's why I do them. I mean, that's the whole key to the game, especially with this ad apocalypse going on right now. A lot of the smaller YouTubers need that push, that boost. And that's what I'm, just try to hope. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I want to say thank you to all the gentlemen that come on this YouTube channel. I want to thank everybody that watch this channel. We're going to get on out of here. This is Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. Another Saturday night in the books. See y'all. Listen, don't forget about Wine Wednesday. I'm going to tell you, after all this happened tonight, the ladies plotting. They planning. They get ready for y'all for Wine Wednesday. And I know Miss Tick Ball over there, she said, "Oh, we gonna do we gotta do. Y'all guys ain't gonna take over." I love competition. Competition is always good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. See y'all guys Wednesday. Peace.
See y'all
later on.